On the mound for Carson-Newman, number 26, Drew Fletcher.
It's win or go home time for Carson-Newman baseball after suffering a 2-run loss in yesterday's opening round game. The Eagles are facing elimination the rest of the way at Ron Christopher Stadium here in Wingate, North Carolina. It's Carson-Newman and Newberry, the two lowest seeds, matching up in this first elimination game of this pod at the second-seeded Wingate Bulldogs, who have advanced into the final bracket, up into the winner's bracket, and they'll await either Carson-Newman, LR, or Newberry to come through the loser's bracket to match up with the Bulldogs. Carson-Newman's hoping that they can make a run in the loser's bracket, and they'll send Drew Fletcher, a freshman pitcher out of Waxhaw, North Carolina, to the mound for the 15th time this season. This will be Fletcher's 9th career start as well, 37 2/3 innings for the sophomore, or the freshman right-hander, 18 strikeouts and 16 walks for Fletcher this season. He ended the regular season on a really good note on the mound. His final 5 innings over 3 appearances were all scoreless innings, and he struck out 5 and did not walk anybody and did not allow a hit either. Has not allowed a base runner in his last 3 outings, all relief appearances against Shorter, and then 2 against UVA-Wise in the final week of that regular season. He earned his 2nd career win in the penultimate appearance of his regular season, and then in the final regular season appearance, he got the save in the 9th inning to cap off that Wise doubleheader sweep, which eventually led to that series sweep. So Fletcher, in 37 innings of work, goes to the mound to make his first career postseason appearance, and against this Newberry lineup that he faced back on March 28th, he went 4 innings of 3-run ball. He'll face Luke Compton, Jomar Lugo, and Keeler Osbin here in the top of the first inning. Carson-Newman is the higher seed here, the 6th-seeded Eagles against the 7th-seeded Wolves, and so Carson-Newman will pitch first and be the home team on the scoreboard and in the field. The Eagles play defense first as the top of the first inning gets set, as Fletcher has the sign, and his first offering is him for a strike. At 6:07 is when we start this elimination game. This will be the only game here tonight. There was some discussion that another elimination game could be played tonight, but that will not be the case here at Ron Christopher Stadium, as Fletcher's next offering misses outside, and the count evens at a ball and a strike against Luke Compton, who has 6 hits over his last 4, but went 0 for 3 in a 7-6 loss for the Wolves to the Wingate Bulldogs yesterday afternoon. 1-1 from Fletcher. Breaking ball missed outside. It's 2-1. It is 60 degrees, about 7 degrees cooler than it was when Carson-Newman took the field yesterday. This is the highest the temperature has been here today. A very cool May 2nd, as the 1-2-1 pitch is lifted out toward center field. To the right goes Braxton Smith. He's got it, and Luke Compton flies out for the game's first out on the 3rd pitch, or rather 4th pitch, from Drew Fletcher, one away for Jomar Lugo. Carson-Newman defensively has Ryan Bolton and Bradley Soto-Diaz flanking Braxton Smith in center. Sebastian Rodriguez, Aiden Gibson back at short and 3rd. Cole Nathan, Logan Floyd, the usuals at 2nd and 1st. And Jacob Rogers is Carson-Newman's starting catcher in this 2nd game of the weekend. First pitch to Lugo, the all-sack 3rd-team second baseman, takes a breaking ball for a strike. Lugo has the best batting average on this Wolves team, hit .368 in the regular season, with 42 overall hits. A 1 from Fletcher is bounced foul into the screen, and the freshman's worked ahead 0-2. Lugo's on-base percentage is what stands out the most. Obviously, the .368 average in 47 games is impressive, but he has reached base more than 56% of the time this year. 0-2 set. Fletcher gets into his motion, lifts the left leg, and fires a fastball high, and Lugo stays away. It's ball 1. These two clubs met at the end of March in Jefferson City and played 3 really close games. Carson-Newman won 2 of them to take the series. 1-2 now from Fletcher, runs away. It's an even 2 count. Carson-Newman won the opener 11-7 and then walked it off in the second game of the series 4-3 and 10, rallying from down 3 in the 8th to force extras, and then lost the series finale 6-5. 1-2, Lugo, line drive toward right center field. This ball slices into the gap for a base hit. Smith cuts it off before it gets to the wall and keeps Jomar Lugo to a single. 1-out single has a base runner aboard for the Wolves, and now Keeler Osborne. Carson-Newman and Newberry played some really good games yesterday. The Wolves had some great opportunities to pull the upset in the first game of the tournament. They hit a 3-run home run in the 5th. That gave the Wolves the lead until the 8th inning when Wingate put together back-to-back 2-out hits to take a 5-4 lead. Wingate responded, or watched Newberry respond, as Fletcher's first pitch to Osborne is inside for a ball. Wingate watched Newberry respond with a home run in the 9th inning to tie the game at 5-4 extra innings. In yesterday's game for the Wolves against the Bulldogs, 1-0 pitch from Fletcher stays outside and off the plate. It's 2-0. Finn McLaughlin hit a second home run in the game for the Wolves to give them a 6-5 lead in the 11th, but Wingate put pressure on Newberry in the bottom half of that inning, and back-to-back sac flies won the game for Wingate in walk-off fashion. 2-0 slider breaks across the plate, nearly hit Osborne, and it's 3-0. Fletcher has only walked 16 batters this season. In 37 innings of work, he's only walked 1 in his last 6 outings. In danger of walking one here to the 3-0 to Osborne. Breaks across the plate, a slider for strike 1. It's a Newberry offense that only hit 19 home runs in the regular season, but here at Ron Christopher Stadium, where the ball flies, they hit 4 yesterday, a season high. 3-1 set for Fletcher, glove above his belt. Pitches to the batter in Osborne, and he got hit in the foot. It's probably a good thing that it hit his foot as well. That was going to get to the backstop and got away from Rogers, and Lugo may have been able to get to third. So instead, the hit by pitch stops the action and forces Lugo to stop at second base. Osborne joins him at first base, and there's 2 on for Nick Foster here in the opening inning as Carson-Newman and Newberry collide in this elimination game. 6 and 7 seeds matching up. Cleanup hitter Foster waits in the first one and crushes it foul. He was out in front of the breaking ball and lifts it foul for strike 1. Fletcher, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, a season high with 2 strikeouts in that start against Newberry. He started in that weekend contest against the Wolves because that was the only start Colton Kaysen has missed all year. Now Fletcher faces this Wolves team again as Foster hits one sharply to short. Rodriguez off one hop, throws to second for one, back to first. It's not in time. Yes, it is! A delayed reaction. It looked like that Foster beat it out at first base, but a nice pick by Logan Floyd ends the inning. We'll see if Newberry is challenging that play. They get 2 challenges, both teams do. It doesn't look like they're going to challenge that play. Nice scoop off the dirt by Logan Floyd on a bang-bang play at first. The umpire at first had a delayed call, and he rings up Foster at first. Eagles turn a 6-4-3 double play to get Fletcher out of the opening inning. And now Carson-Newman's bats come to the plate for the first time. Logan Floyd leads off the bottom of the first inning after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
What a luxury it is for Newberry to be able to turn to the Freshman of the Year in the South Atlantic Conference in this elimination game. Nick Rydell is Newberry's starting pitcher after winning Freshman of the Year and All-SAC first-team honors. The right-handed freshman out of Tampa, Florida, is 6 foot tall and attended Carrollwood Day School before attending Newberry College, where he's had a fantastic rookie season, over 13 appearances and 12 starts. He posted a 2.6 ERA in 79 innings of work, 67 strikeouts with 28 walks, with 2 complete game shutouts so far this season. He has pitched into the 8th inning 4 different times. Did it against Carson-Newman back on March 28th. Did it most recently against Wingate 2 weeks after he did it against Carson-Newman. He'll face this Eagles lineup for the second time this season. He faces Logan Floyd first. The first pitch of the home half of the first is a breaking ball for a strike from Nick Rydell. He gave up 3 runs against the Eagles, but they were all unearned runs because of Newberry errors in that March 28th meeting. 0-1 to Floyd. Swinging a drive to left. Hit it pretty well. Back goes Bryson Knuckles to the wall, and Floyd just missed a home run on the second pitch of the first inning. He was waiting on that breaking ball that Rydell likes to throw and just missed a home run to deep left field. Knuckles in position to make the catch, and there's one away in the bottom of the first inning. Bryson Knuckles, the left fielder, made that play. He's an all-SAC left fielder defensively. Luke Compton in center, and Zane McClendon draws a second straight start in right. Nick Foster, Chandler Mims at third and short. Joe Marlugo, the all-SAC second baseman, joins Keeler Osborne at first with Logan Busenlaner, the catcher, behind the plate as Evans rips one foul for strike one on the first pitch from Rydell. Colton Evans back into the lineup for Carson-Newman. He's been battling a hand injury for a lot of the second half of the year. And he's making his first start since April 14th against Tusculum, a game he went 2 for 4. 0-1 to Evans. He hits one softly right side of the infield. It's Rydell, the pitcher, off the mound to flip to first. And the play is made. 4 pitches and 2 outs on the board for the freshman of the year. Good to see Colton Evans out there, though. He swung the bat well in the batting cages this week and into this weekend as well. And that's why head coach Tom Griffin has turned to him in this elimination game. But he grounds out there. And now Bradley Soto Diaz will try to give Carson-Newman some 2-out offense here in this home half of the first inning. Nick Rydell efficient here early on. The 5th pitch of his first inning is another breaking ball across the plate for a strike. Fastball, slider, changeup, and even a cutter that the freshman will work with in this start. 6th pitch of the inning is on the way. The 0-1 to Soto Diaz, another breaking ball to the outer edge, and Carson-Newman's senior right fielder's falling behind 0-2. Nick Rydell is yet to throw a ball in his first 6 pitches. Soto Diaz waits on an 0-2 and swings behind a fastball. The freshman of the year is off to a great start. An electric first inning. He sends the Eagles down in order in 7 pitches. They were all strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left aboard by Carson-Newman. 1 inning in the books in this elimination game. We're scoreless at Wingate's Ron Christopher Stadium, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Carson-Newman goes down in order in the bottom of the first inning. As we head to the second inning, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. In Newberry's batting order, the Wolves got consecutive runners on in that opening inning against Drew Fletcher. One out single by Joe Marlugo, and then that hit by pitch. But Fletcher got Nick Foster to bounce into an inning-ending double play, the second that Carson-Newman's turned this weekend, to pitch that scoreless first. Now he goes to work in the second inning. In his first career postseason start. Logan Busenliner is the 5-hitter and the leadoff batter for the Wolves here in the second inning. He did not play in the series in Jefferson City in late March. It's part of a stretch where he had been out with an injury, but he's back into the lineup, batting 5th and catching, and he takes a strike from Drew Fletcher to begin the top of the second inning. Busenliner at the plate this season, a .267 hitter. This is start 36, 31 hits, 117 at-bats for Busenliner. The 0-1 breaking ball, he swings behind, and Fletcher's ahead 0-2. 6 home runs for Logan Busenliner. That's why he hits in the middle of the order. 33 RBI, tied for the second most in the team. Even with missing some games in late March into early April. Fletcher's 0-2 slider hits softly off the end of his bat. It is trickling foul. He hit it off the end of his bat, and it started out near the SAC logo in foul ground and then had some English to work back toward the first base line, but didn't get far back enough into the field of play for Carson-Newman to make it a play on that in fair territory. So it's a foul ball, and Busenliner makes a slow walk back to the plate before another 0-2 pitch. First time Carson-Newman and Newberry are playing in the postseason since May 5th of 2024. It's a game that Newberry won 8-1. That was a game played in Hartsville, South Carolina. It was also an elimination game. Or rather, that was a winner's bracket game, I should say. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Rogers dropped the baseball. It was not a foul tip, though, so he'll throw down to first, and Fletcher has his first strikeout as Floyd snares it on the throw from Rogers. One away here in the second inning. Good work by Fletcher there as he gets the strikeout of the catcher for Newberry to begin the second, and now he faces Finn McLaughlin.
DH number 17, Finn McLaughlin.
Last time these two teams met in the postseason, they were 6 and 7 seeds. It was Newberry the 6th seed at the time, and Carson-Newman the 7th seed. The Eagles defeated the Cobras, and Newberry defeated Wingate in 7-2 and 6-3 seeded games to then meet in the winner's bracket contest that Newberry ended up winning, although they did not end up winning that side of the bracket that year. McLaughlin takes ball 1 away. From Drew Fletcher, here's the wind of the 1-0 from the right-hander. Breaks across the plate knee-high to the lefty McLaughlin for a strike. McLaughlin had a multi-homer day yesterday for this Newberry offense. His home runs came in the 5th inning to give Wingate the lead, and then he hit another one in the 11th that also gave Wingate the lead, but they never relinquished, or they never held on to that lead, relinquishing both as McLaughlin swings behind a fastball and flies it foul behind third, and the count shifts to 1 ball and 2 strikes here in this second inning. We're scoreless in this elimination game between Carson-Newman and Newberry, the only game that these two teams will play regardless of who wins. 1-2 wind. The righty Fletcher pitches a slider that stays away. Rogers dropped the ball, so the umpire will give Fletcher a new one before a 2-2. McLaughlin drove in 4 runs in yesterday's loss for Newberry. 4 runs batted in for the junior infielder was a season high. 2-2, hits one sharply to first, hits off the bag at first and rolls into right field for a base hit. Rounding first is McLaughlin. Soto Diaz's throw to second is good, but it's just late and gets away from Rodriguez as well. Unfortunate break on that hard hit ball down the first base line. Floyd was in great position with his left foot on the first base line, but the ball hit the first base bag and bounced over top of Floyd into the outfield, and it turns into a 1-out double for McLaughlin. Unfortunate break for Carson-Newman defensively, and now Bryson Knuckles. Knuckles stands in the all-defensive left fielder for the Wolves. He was 0 for 5 in yesterday's game. Still hitting in the 7-hole for Jay Snyder's club, trying to knock off the Eagles in this elimination game. First pitch to the left fielder is well away, and Rogers has to lean over to keep that ball from going to the backstop. 1-0. Well, Fletcher worked around that situation in inning 2. Can he do it again? Or in inning 1, can he do it again in inning 2? McLaughlin at second base as he sets on a 1-0. Fletcher looks there twice and now pitches to Knuckles, who hits one sharply to second. Nathan to his left snares it off the ground and throws to first to retire Knuckles. That was hit very sharply, but Nathan was playing closer to that second base bag to keep McLaughlin close. And so Knuckles, unfortunately there for him, hit it so sharply, but right to Nathan. The second out of the inning, 4-3 putout, moves McLaughlin to third for Zane McClendon. 2 outs, and Fletcher an out away from a scoreless second inning for Carson-Newman, hoping that this rookie can give the Eagles some length here in this elimination game. Right-hander sets at the belt, looks at third, and now the first pitch is a fastball chopped on the ground is short. Rodriguez fields it cleanly. His throw is good. Floyd keeps his foot on the bag at first, and the inning's over. Once again, Carson-Newman works around a base runner by the Wolves. McLaughlin's double left aboard as Fletcher tosses a second scoreless inning and gets 2 groundouts in his first strikeout of the day to keep us scoreless in this elimination game. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left by the Wolves. 3 half innings in the books. Carson-Newman bats for the second time in this elimination game after this break on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
4, 5, and 6 for Carson-Newman. Sebastian Rodriguez, Cole Nathan, and Braxton Smith against Nick Rydell here on the Eagles Sports Network. The Eagles facing Newberry's Freshman of the Year in the South Atlantic Conference this season. Rodriguez stands in for the Eagles. Batting from the left side, the only left-handed hitter in Carson-Newman's order, faces Nick Rydell, and the first pitch is Rydell's first ball. And 8 offerings to the plate, 7 pitches, 7 strikes in that opening inning. The 1-0 from the righty is lifted foul behind third. It's 1-1. Carson-Newman had to face an All-Sac second-teamer yesterday in Kellen Gradisar, and now they face the All-Sac first-teamer in Nick Rydell. 1-1 wide, and the pitch by Rydell is off the plate. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Gradisar yesterday was the 6th highest vote getter among starting pitchers, and Rydell was the 3rd highest. And of the teams in this pod, here's the 2-1. It's a fastball knee-high to Rodriguez to level the count. Of the teams in this pod, Chad Harvey is the only all-conference pitcher between all 4 teams here that Carson-Newman's not faced this weekend. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez waits and swings and misses at the changeup inside. It's strike 3 swinging. Back-to-back case spanning innings for Nick Rydell. And there's 1 away in inning 2 for Cole Nathan. Well, Carson-Newman's offense has been in a funk to start this weekend. They were held to just 6 hits and 1 run in yesterday's 3-1 loss. And this is an offense, speaking of that has not shown this as of late. That 1 run scored was the fewest in a game since the Eagles had scored 4 against Newberry in a win on March 28th as Cole Nathan takes a breaking ball for a strike. They actually Eagles scored 4 against Trevecca Nazarene in an extra innings loss in early April as well. But Carson-Newman had scored 4 runs in every game in April as Nathan takes away and the count is 1-1. The Eagles had scored at least 4 runs in every game. You have to go back to February 28th, a 6-1 loss to find Carson-Newman's fewest runs in a game until yesterday as Nathan slaps a fastball back into the screen. It's 1-2. To put that in perspective, Carson-Newman had scored 4 runs or more in 33 straight games prior to being held to 1 run yesterday. The 1-2 from Rydell to Nathan is grounded sharply to third. Foster stays down on the ground ball, sets his feet. Low throw gets away from Osmond and gets into foul ground. Cole Nathan's rounding first. He heads to second base where he'll stop there. And the Eagles have their first base runner on what will be a throwing error by Nick Foster at third. Eagles will take that break as Newberry commits its first error. It's an E5 on Nick Foster to put Nathan aboard. He's in scoring position for Braxton Smith here in the second. Nick Foster commits his 10th error of the year, a guy that has a 92% fielding percentage this year. 9-2 is his mark this year as Smith, the center fielder, takes a strike. Braxton Smith went 1 for 3 in yesterday's loss for Carson-Newman. When he faced the Wolves back in late March, he went 1 for 9. Batting with a runner in scoring position here in the second. 0-1 set for Rydell. 2 looks at Nathan. Now he pitches a breaking ball that Smith hits sky high toward right field. It's slicing, and it goes foul as it bangs off the visiting bullpen in foul ground, and it's strike 2. Jacob Rogers is batting 7th for Carson-Newman. Ryan Bolton is 8th, and then Aiden Gibson moves down to the 9 spot for CN in this elimination game. That's the rest of the lineup after Smith. Rydell sets. The right-hander lifts the left leg and pitches an 0-2 that Smith hits popped. That hits high into foul ground. The first baseman Osmond gives it a look, but it was 10 yards out of his reach in foul ground. He leaned over the fencing that surrounds this stadium and just ran out of room. Smith stays alive, back-to-back foul balls. Nick Rydell has already thrown 3 more pitches than he did all of his first inning. 0-2 set again, and another one to Smith is well away. Good job by Busenliner to lean over and keep that from the backstop. And the count is 1-2 now. Carson-Newman didn't score that run yesterday until the 9th inning. They had some chances early but didn't strike. Here's a chance for the Eagles off the throwing error. Can they strike? The 1-2 to Smith is high above his hands. It's 2-2. Lenore Ryan did commit an error in yesterday's game that put 2 runners on base for the Eagles in the 3rd inning, but a double play ball wiped the threat. And then Carson-Newman didn't get a base runner until the 8th inning after that 3rd inning situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nathan at second base, Smith batting the 2-2 home, and Smith waits on it and fouls it back. Carson-Newman faced Kellen Gradisar, who lived in the zone all night. In yesterday's game, he fired in tons of strikes to Carson-Newman hitters. So far, Nick Rydell has done much of the same. 2-2 set again. Freshman pitches. Smith waits and drives it softly to center. It's going to hang up for Luke Compton in center field. Nathan will tag from second base. Throw is pretty good. It bounces once before it gets to Nick Foster, but not in time as Nathan slides in head first and is able to advance from second to third on the Smith flyout. 2 away, and now Jacob Rogers tries to put Carson-Newman on the board and start the scoring. It was a really good throw from the center fielder, Luke Compton. Nathan Risky trying to move from second to third, and he was able to. And now the freshman Nick Rydell will get into his windup. He moves to his left now, lifts the left leg, and pitches a breaking ball away to Jacob Rogers. It's ball 1. Rogers' first postseason appearance of the season. He hit .333 in the regular season with 13 hits. 1-0. Inside, ball 2. First time Nick Rydell has fallen behind an Eagles hitter in this postseason start. Rogers hit his first career home run in the series finale and the regular season finale against Wise. 2-0. Drives it pretty well out towards straightaway center field, though. Luke Compton moves to his left. He's got it, and the inning is over. Rogers pieced that baseball up, just got under it a little bit, and still drove it near the warning track in straightaway center. Carson-Newman gets a base runner in the second inning, but strands Cole Nathan at third base. No runs, no hits, an error got Nathan aboard, and he's left at third in the second inning. We're scoreless through 2 complete innings in this elimination game between 6th-seeded Carson-Newman and 7th-seeded Newberry. The Wolves will bring 9-1-2 to the plate against Drew Fletcher in the third inning after this.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
2 scoreless innings of work from Drew Fletcher, and he will go into the third against the 9-1-2 part of Newberry's batting order as these 2 teams meet for a 4th time this season. Carson-Newman won 11-7 in the series opener, 4-3 walk-off win in 10 innings in the middle game, and then the Wolves salvaged the finale by winning 6-5. And now these 2 teams meet for a 97th time all-time and in the postseason again. Fletcher begins the third inning with a breaking ball that runs away to Chandler Mims, the Newberry shortstop, for ball 1. Drew Fletcher so far 28 pitches and 17 strikes through 2 innings. Right-hander gets into his motion, and the next one to Mims. He swings behind a fastball to level the count. 1 ball, 1 strike on Chandler Mims. He was just 1 of 9 at the plate in 3 games played against the Eagles in March. 1-1, runs inside and low. A fastball that stayed inside. It's 2-1. Wolves have not been able to get the leadoff guy on, but they've had consecutive 1-out hits against Fletcher in the first 2 innings. 2-1. Mims jams on an inside fastball and lifts it foul. Back behind Newberry's first base dugout, and it's strike 2. Black uniforms for the Wolves in this elimination game. Red number on the back, only on the back of the uniform. The Newberry logo's in the upper left. White pants and red ball caps for the Wolves as the 2-2 pitch comes home from Fletcher, and it's rolled softly past the mound. Gibson charging, Fields on the run, but no throw is made as Mims beats out a soft infield single. That was hit in no man's land. Gibson fielded it cleanly, but by the time he had it in his hand, Mims was about to step on first base. He has an infield single to get Newberry going in the third inning, and now back to the top of the order for Luke Compton.
Number 6, Luke Compton.
Carson-Newman wearing an orange uniform today in this elimination game. Blue ball cap and white pants as well. Luke Compton takes an inside corner strike. It's 0-1. Both teams in white pants. Both teams changing up their uniform combinations from yesterday's opening round games. 1 set for Fletcher. He works from the left side of the slab. Long pause. 5 seconds to pitch. Now he offers in an 0-1 fastball that Compton tried to bunt, missed it, and it's strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes On the Newberry leadoff batter and center fielder, Luke Compton. Short lead for Mims at first base as Fletcher comes set, glove at his chest. He lifts and fires an 0-2 that's bounced into the Newberry dugout. They have to jump out of the way on that ground ball. And the count stays 0-2. It's a Newberry team that ended the regular season 27-23 in 50 games played. And they were in a three-way tie with Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial for 5th place, but lost all the tiebreakers to end in 7th. Here's a softly hit fly ball down the left field line. It slices foul as Bolton and Gibbs were giving chase. Count stays 0-2 as Compton fights off another Fletcher offering. Jay Snyder has done a great job in his second season. He went 25-27 in his first year. He's got 27 wins this year. He's already achieved more wins this year and hoping that his program can get maybe near the 30-win mark this year by making a run over the next few days. Another 0-2. Fletcher with a fastball that misses well outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Compton battling with Drew Fletcher with nobody out in the top of the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes set for Fletcher. 3 seconds to pitch. He lifts and fires, and Compton takes one close to the plate. It just missed, and it's an even 2-2 count now. Compton was the most dangerous Newberry hitter in the series against Carson-Newman in March. He went 6 for 14. Nobody had more hits than the leadoff man, Compton. 2-2. Fly ball, right center field. He golfs it out toward right center field. Hit pretty well. Soto Diaz back to the track. Smith calls him off and runs into the wall to make the catch. What a play by Braxton Smith on the run. He sprints all the way after it into right center field and bangs into the wall to make the catch. He holds on for out number 1. Luke Compton gave it a ride on a 2-2 breaking ball. Again, the ball travels here pretty well. It was hit so high that it gave Smith plenty of time from where he was playing in dead center field to sprint into that right center field gap and catch it in stride before running into the wall for the first out. Now Jomar Lugo's turn. 1 on, 1 out for the All-Sac second baseman, and Fletcher will pick to first base. These two teams are very similar in a few areas. They are tied for the conference lead in sacrifice bunts. Carson-Newman and Newberry each have 44 sac bunts this year. Pitch out. Rogers catches and Mims stays put. No motion by Chandler Mims on the first pitch to Jomar Lugo. That's registered in as a ball. Mims has some pretty good speed as the team's shortstop, but is just 5 of 12 in stolen bases this year. 1-0 breaking ball breaks across the plate, but low to Lugo, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Have not seen a sacrifice bunt yet in this game, but expect it from two teams that have done it quite often this year, just under 1 a game. 2-0 set from Fletcher, and he pitches another breaking ball. This one a little higher, and it clips the zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Jomar Lugo, who was an on-base machine against the Eagles in late March. 2-1. Breaking ball, he throws his hands at it and fouls it off. Soto Diaz gives it a run, but never had a chance as it landed in the bullpen, and it's strike 2. Lugo only had 3 official at-bats. He was walked 8 times and hit by a pitch as well. He went to the plate 12 times overall and drew 9 free passes. Did not record a hit, but had his way at the plate against Carson-Newman pitching. 2-2 set by Fletcher. Mims with a very short lead, just half a step off the bag as Fletcher's fastball runs low and away, and it's 3-2. Keeler Osbin would be next for this Newberry offense. The 2-hitter Lugo batting with 1 on and 1 out in the 3rd. Scoreless is Carson-Newman and Newberry. Fletcher's payoff runs away, and it's a walk to Lugo. 9th time he's drew a walk against Carson-Newman this year. He's reached base now in 11 of his 15 plate appearances against Carson-Newman this year, counting the 2 in this game. And now Keeler Osbin for the Wolves with 2 on and 1 out, a very similar situation that the Wolves were in the first inning. And they hit into a double play. Fletcher's first one is a slider that breaks low into the turf and blocked by Rogers for ball 1. That double play area is as Rogers calls time and will walk out to talk with Fletcher. That double play category is the second thing that is very common between these two clubs. Carson-Newman has turned, counting yesterday's double play, has turned a league-leading 43 double plays, a mark that's 10th best in Division II as well. And Newberry, on the flip side, has turned 41 itself this season, just 2 off of Carson-Newman's mark, and that's 16th most nationally as well. So 2 teams that have played some great defense so far this season. And so far, Carson-Newman's turned to double play in this game. Can they try to turn another one for Fletcher here in the third? 1-0 to Osbin, runs inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Fletcher trying to find it for Carson-Newman. He's thrown 48 pitches with 27 strikes through 2+ innings of work. Working with traffic for the 3rd straight inning. 2-0 set, and Osbin takes ball 3 low. 3 balls and no strikes with Nick Foster waiting on deck, the cleanup hitter. Find out if Osbin's taking all the way, a .297 hitter. 3-0 set, Fletcher offers, and it is a strike down the middle, and Osbin did take it. It's 3-1. He's drove in 37 runs, why he hits 3rd in this Newberry batting order. 2nd most hits on the team as well with 49 this year. Trying to drive in the game's first run as he waits on a 3-1. Fletcher sets and pitches. Fastball inside corner. Strike 2 called as Osbin had taken a step toward first. From 3-0 to now 3-2. Fletcher, the freshman, trying to work from behind and battle back against Osbin to get a 2nd out in this 3rd inning. The righty, Fletcher, comes set for a payoff. Here it is. It runs inside and gets away from Rogers. Everybody's going to get a base anyway. Rogers hustles and will not allow any runners to move any farther than that. So it's consecutive 1-out walks issued by Drew Fletcher, and the bases are loaded for Newberry here in the 3rd inning. Mims to 3rd, Lugo to 2nd base, and now Osbin aboard for Nick Foster. Foster went 1 for 4 yesterday. He bounced into that inning-ending double play in the 1st inning, as Tom Griffin will make his first trip to the mound this weekend. There was only 1 visit by Carson-Newman's staff yesterday in a well-pitched game by Colton Kaysen. It was by Jason White. And now head coach Tom Griffin will chat things over with his infield and his freshman pitcher and his senior catcher. Jacob Rogers, Drew Fletcher working as a tandem in this elimination game. The Eagles do have some activity in the bullpen, which is beyond left center field. It's Brock Culpepper, who pitched a scoreless or gave up a run in an inning of work in the 8th inning yesterday, warming up for the Eagles with just 1 away in this 3rd inning. Again, Eagles turning to Drew Fletcher. Christian Henderson has been a starter in the Eagles rotation and has Ryan Higgins all season long, but the Eagles like the Fletcher matchup here against Newberry. He's been good through 2 innings, but has run into some more trouble here in the 3rd. It's still scoreless, but the Wolves have the bases loaded and 1 out for the cleanup batter, Nick Foster. Fletcher's first one to Foster is low on a breaking ball. It's 1-0. 53 pitches now for Fletcher, just 29 strikes. He's walked 2 in the game, and they've been to the last 2 batters of this 3rd inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Fletcher pitches to Foster, a breaking ball that breaks out of the zone. It's 2-0. Newberry's not hit the ball out of the infield. The only actual hit they have out of the infield in this inning was that deep fly out into right center field that Smith tracked down. They've got that soft infield single and then 2 walks to load the bases. Foster ahead 2-0. Fletcher trying to work from behind as he sets and pitches low and away. It's ball 3. Fletcher has lost his command here in inning 3. He fell behind 3-0 on Osbin, worked back for it to be 3-2 just to walk him. And now he's fallen behind Foster 3-0 as the freshman righty sets and pitches a slider away. It's a 4-pitch walk, the 3rd straight walk of the 3rd inning, plates the game's first run, and it's 1-0 Newberry. Lugo to 3rd, Osbin to 2nd, and Foster to 1st, and that'll be the end of the day for Drew Fletcher. Carson-Newman has no choice here but to turn to the bullpen as Fletcher has struggled here in this 3rd inning. He worked around some jams in the first 2 innings, but his command has let him down in this 3rd inning. He's walked 3 straight Wolves, and he's walked in the game's first run. It's 1-0 Newberry in the top of the 3rd inning. And Carson-Newman will turn to Brock Culpepper out of the bullpen. 1-0 Newberry, bases loaded, still 1 out in Newberry's top half of the 3rd inning. More on Brock Culpepper after this.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
1-0 is the score between Carson-Newman and Newberry in this elimination game, and the Eagles have turned to the bullpen in the 3rd inning of a 1-0 game here on the Eagles Sports Network. Brock Culpepper called upon for the 24th time this season, 43 1/3 innings for the right-hander with a 4.3 ERA, 5-0 record. He's had a career year and has turned into Carson-Newman's top bullpen arm this year, 35 strikeouts in those 43 innings of work. And he is warming up here prior to a 65th career appearance in the orange and blue. It's been a challenging career for Brock Culpepper. He had an injury late in 2024, a year that he already had made 18 appearances, and then missed the beginning of last year's NCAA tournament season, but worked his way back from that elbow injury to pitch in 8 games and throw 15 innings. And he's put together a fantastic redshirt senior season with a 4.3 ERA, a career-best 5 wins over 23 appearances. And his first career save was that save in the regular season series finale. All right, bases loaded, 1-0 Newberry. Logan Busenliner will be the batter for the Wolves as they have scored the game's first run by drawing a 4-pitch walk. It was Nick Foster that did it. Last 3 hitters for the Wolves have been walked. Culpepper trying to throw strikes for the Eagles here in the 3rd. First pitch to the catcher is off the plate for a ball. 1-0 count. Command was great by Fletcher in the first 2, but much different in the 3rd. And now Culpepper trying to limit the damage. He's a double play ball from getting out of this 3rd inning. 1-0. Fastball away again. It's 2-0. Eagles have now missed on their last 6 pitches in the zone. 4 straight or rather 7. The last one to Osbin, and then 4 straight to Foster, and now the first 2 by Culpepper to Busenliner. Sun peeks out as Culpepper sets at the belt, and the 2-0 fastball is low, and it's 3-0. So 8 straight misses for Carson-Newman pitching to the last 3 batters. And the Eagles in danger of walking in a second straight run. All of Ron Christopher Stadium's field is sun-soaked as Culpepper sets for a 3-0, and it's inside, and it's consecutive 4-pitch walks. Fletcher first, and now Culpepper walks in a second run, and it's 2-0 Newberry. They've not swung the bat. The last 4 hitters have not swung the bat. Osmond to third, or rather, Lugo scores Osmond to third, Foster to second, and Busenliner aboard for Finn McLaughlin, the 7th hitter of the inning. 9 straight misses by Carson-Newman pitching, and that ends as Culpepper fires in a fastball for a called strike. 2-0 game. Just 1 hit in the 3rd inning for the Wolves. It was a softly hit single to begin the inning. 0-1. Top of the 3rd inning, Culpepper sets and pitches, and McLaughlin swings and misses for strike 2. 0-2 on Newberry's designated hitter as Carson-Newman and Newberry battle in this elimination game. This is the first time the sun has been out all day. Perfect time as Carson-Newman and Newberry play in this contest as McLaughlin bounces a slider foul on an 0-2 to stay alive. Very chilly May 2nd day as well. One of the cooler days for Carson-Newman over the last month or so, even maybe into March. Sun helping right now as Culpepper comes set, working from the right side of the mound. Sets and pitches an 0-2 that Rogers kept in front. He looked to the backstop, thought it got away, but he kept it near the foot of McLaughlin. Right near the plate, and it stays 1-2. Boy, a strikeout or a ground ball would be great for Carson-Newman here. Can Culpepper come through for the Eagles? He has been reliable this year, and the Eagles asking more of him here in the 3rd. The pitch home. Ground ball sharply foul up the first base side. McLaughlin's bounced 2 breaking balls near his first base dugout now twice in the last 3 pitches. He's been out in front of that breaking ball. Still 1-2. Culpepper and Rogers, 2 redshirt seniors working together here to get the Eagles out of this 3rd inning. 1-2 set with the bases loaded. Culpepper misses away. 2-2. After all those walks, now Newberry starting to have some good at-bats to pair after that as well. McLaughlin has fell behind 0-2. Now he's evened it up at 2-2. Carson-Newman's defense playing normal depth here. Gibson only the closest to the infield grass. He's playing even at 3rd. 2-2. Breaking ball stayed away. 3-2. Carson-Newman pitching has walked the last 4 batters and in danger of walking a 5th straight. Newberry hitter in this 3rd inning, and it would walk in a 3rd straight Wolf run as well. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff home. Breaking ball stayed away, and it's a walk to Finn McLaughlin. It's the 5th straight, and it's 3-0 Newberry. Carson-Newman's got double barrel action in the bullpen, too. As Osmond scores, Foster to 3rd, Busenliner to 2nd base, and now McLaughlin is aboard. (3-0) Wolves. Now the 8th hitter of the inning is Bryson Knuckles. Newberry's not put the ball in play since that deep fly out. It's the only out of the inning as Knuckles bounces 1 to Rodriguez. Can't make the backhand play. It goes into left field. 1 run has scored. A second will as well. And Bolton throws it away at 2nd base, but Floyd backs it up. It's a 2-run single for Bryson Knuckles, and Newberry leads 5-0. A bouncing ball between the 6-5 hole along the left side of the infield. Rodriguez got his glove on it, but didn't have a play anyway, and it ended up getting into the outfield to score 2 runs. Foster and Busenliner come in to score. McLaughlin to 2nd base with Knuckles aboard. Here's the 9th hitter of the inning, Zane McClendon. 5-0 advantage for the Wolves. The first pitch to McClendon is a breaking ball away. It's 1-0. The Wolves have made Carson-Newman pay for all the free passes now. The second hit of the inning, a 2-run single by Bryson Knuckles. And they've actually recorded that as an error on Rodriguez. Interesting scoring decision there as the 8-hitter McClendon swings and fouls one off the plate for strike one. Culpepper pitching for Carson-Newman. First and second for the Wolves. They've scored 5 times in the third. Still just 1 out. 1-1 fastball is strike 2 from Brock Culpepper. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Two on, 1 out. Eagles need an out here in the 5th. Called strike 3. Zane McClendon watches a breaking ball go across the plate. And it's Carson-Newman's second strikeout of the day and the second out of the third inning. And here comes the 10th hitter of the inning, Chandler Mims, that started this long third inning with an infield single. Culpepper sets in the first one to the 9-hitter. Mims is inside for a ball. The Eagles have allowed 5 runs in this third inning. 1-0. Mims, the shortstop, takes away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. It's the 4th time now this year that Carson-Newman's allowed 5 or more runs in the first 3 innings, or in one of the first 3 innings of a game this season. Comes at the worst time. 2-0 to Mims. Below the knees, it's 3-0. Feels like the zone all of a sudden even seems tighter for Carson-Newman to pitch to as well. Jacob Rogers requesting for time, and he is going to talk it over with Brock Culpepper. Again, the Eagles have double barrel action in their bullpen. And now Jason White may pull the trigger on Brock Culpepper here. Culpepper is going to come out of the game. This will be Carson-Newman going to the bullpen for a second time in what has been a long third inning. 10 batters have come to the plate for Newberry. Carson-Newman's bringing in a new reliever after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Five 5-0 game, top of the third inning, and Kyle Adams is Carson-Newman's new pitcher. In the top of the third inning, he'll inherit a 3-0 count with 2 runners on and 2 out in this 5-run third for Newberry so far. Newberry pitching the freshman of the year, and their offense has come alive. I say come alive, and that may not even be the right way to describe this 5-run third. Carson-Newman walked in 3 of those runs, and then a 2-run single has plated the 4th and 5th runs of this 5-run third. Carson-Newman's given up 5 free passes, and they were all in a row in this third inning. That's why it's 5-0, and there's still 2 men on as Kyle Adams comes into the game for the 15th time this year. 3-0 set. The pitch gets away from Rogers, and it was also ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Chandler Mims, and here comes an 11th batter of this third inning for Carson-Newman.
Center fielder number 6, Luke Compton.
Top of the order, Luke Compton. He's hit the hardest ball in this inning, the only ball that has technically been out of the infield in this 5-run third. First pitch to the center fielder is a fastball ripped in there by Adams for a strike. Adams a 6.2 ERA in the regular season. He did not allow a run until his 8th appearance of the season. 0-1 set with the bases loaded, and Compton slices an 0-1 pitch down the left field line. It slices into foul ground. It's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's 5-0 Newberry. Adams needs a strike here to get out of this 5-run third for Newberry. They have their 11th hitter of the inning at the plate. 0-2 set, and the pitch from Adams is a breaking ball. Blocked by Rogers, and Compton stays away. 6th time this year that a Carson-Newman opponent has sent double-digit batters to the plate. 1-2 set. Adams pitches, and Compton bounces one to second. Nathan moves to his left, falls down the outfield, throws to first, doesn't get it in time. Here comes the 7th run. Carson-Newman was not awake. Floyd caught the throw from Nathan, but it was late, and then Knuckles never stopped running from second base. It'll be a 2-run infield single. It's 7-0 Newberry. Nathan fell down as he had gone into the outfield grass to field that ground ball. Fell down, still trying to throw to first, and his throw was late as Compton beat out that infield single, and actually they're going to rule that an error as well. Understandably, potentially there, but it is an error. 2nd of the inning for Carson-Newman. And now the 3-2 hitter, Jomar Lugo, takes ball 1 low. The 12th batter of the inning after two more runs scored. It won't be RBI for Luke Compton because it's scored as an error. 7-0 Newberry in the third. 1-0 set with still 2 aboard, and Lugo's well out in front of a breaking ball. It's strike 1. A dreadful third inning for Carson-Newman. They have issued 6 walks, have committed 2 errors, and Newberry has only sent the ball out of the infield once. 1-1 is a strike from Adams, and it's 1-2. That one ball that has left the infield was a fly out. Baseball has some crazy things occur. 1-2 from Adams. Lugo foul tips it and swings and misses. Rogers holds on, and the Eagles finally get out of the third inning. Newberry scores 7 times in the third inning on just 2 hits, 2 errors by Carson-Newman defensively, and the Eagles get out of the inning, and Newberry strands 2, but it's a 7-run third, and the Eagles playing well behind the 8 ball in this elimination game. 7-0 Newberry after 2.5 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Carson-Newman trails 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Ryan Bolton and Aiden Gibson will bat for the first time in this third inning here on the Eagles Sports Network against the conference's Freshman of the Year. Newberry has sent 2 of its hitters to the plate 3 times already before Carson-Newman's 8 and 9 hitters come to the plate once. Eagles have only had 1 base runner. That was Cole Nathan reaching by an error in the bottom of the 2nd inning with 1 out. All right, Nick Rydell gets into his windup as he pitches the first one to Bolton. A fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Not only is a 7-run deficit hard to come back from, but now the Eagles have to try to do it against the Sacks Freshman of the Year and an all-Sacks second-team pitcher, or rather first-team pitcher, as Rydell's breaking ball stays above the hands to Bolton, and it's 1-1. This is an Eagles team that knows a thing or two about comebacks. They'll need to do it in the postseason to keep the season alive. Here on the road as Bolton skies a 1-1 pitch, foul behind the press box, and it lands in the parking lot for strike 2. Bolton went 0 for 2 in yesterday's contest. Draws another start in left field, hitting .277 this year. Rydell has this sign. He gets into his motion, and the 1-2 from the righty, and Bolton chases a slider away. Strikeout number 3 for Nick Rydell, and there's 1 away in the 3rd inning. Speaking of freebies from Carson-Newman, that's something that Nick Rydell really does not do often. Just 28 strikeouts, or rather, 28 walks to 67 strikeouts over his 80 innings of work in the regular season. But if there is some hope for Carson-Newman's offense, he has walked 3 or more in his final 3 starts of the regular season as Gibson takes away, and it's ball 1. And so he has started here as of late as his innings have picked up in the regular season to issue more walks. Has not issued one yet as Gibson rips one hard to third, bounces off Foster's glove and motions into left field for a base. Mims was going to back up that ground ball, and it hit off Foster's glove and goes into left field for what I would presume is a base hit, and they will record a base hit on the scoreboard for Aiden Gibson. 1 out base hit, that's Carson-Newman's first hit. And now the top of the order is up in Logan Floyd. Gibson went 0 for 4 yesterday, has his first hit of the conference tournament, and now Logan Floyd gets his second turn against Nick Rydell. 2 all-conference players matching up here in the 3rd. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch to Floyd. He's behind a fastball, swinging and missing for strike 1. Floyd enters this evening's contest on a 14-game hitting streak, his longest of the year, as well as his 32-game on-base streak. 0-1 set by Rydell, and the pitch gets away from the catcher Busenliner, and so Gibson will trot into second base. Eagles have a runner in scoring position, down 7 in the 3rd. Biggest thing about these early deficits that Carson-Newman's been in is they haven't needed to get them all back at once. You just need to chip away and slowly put game pressure on Newberry. 1 ball, 1 set, and the pitch by Rydell is hit softly past the mound. He'll field it off to his left, throw to first, and Floyd is retired. Nice play by the pitcher on a softly hit ball. And Carson-Newman, I think, is going to challenge that potentially right away. No, Floyd's going to go back to the dugout, and the Eagles are going to challenge that play at first base. Floyd was staying put at first for a second, and then the third base umpire was signaling for a challenge, and so the 3 umpires will grab the walkie-talkie and talk with the 4th umpire that's in the Wingate press box up here and see whether Floyd was actually out at first base or not. It's 2 challenges for each team in the postseason. If you lose your challenge, if you don't win your challenge, you lose it, obviously, and so you can't take them with you. And down 7, the Eagles are going to try to get one here and get an extra base runner before there could potentially be 2 outs in this 3rd inning, with Gibson moving to 3rd on the play. Carson-Newman challenged yesterday, and it was not a successful challenge, but I learned after the game that the reason it was not a successful challenge is because the replay system was down. And so Carson-Newman challenged, but there was no replay because they didn't have the replay system working in that 6th inning of yesterday's game between the Eagles and Bears. And so The Eagles kept their challenge and didn't need to really challenge anything the rest of the way. We'll see if the replay system is working now for this play. That's why the replay yesterday was unsuccessful, because there was no replay to look at. Umpires talking it over on the third base side on the walkie-talkie with the fourth umpire. That is the one that is examining the replay system to see what the call is. Again, the aware system is what Wingate has here, and they have several different angles. Just a few are on top of the first base and third base dugouts to help give a nice wide view of the infield especially. Trey Miller, Carson-Newman's first base coach, and the runner Floyd, neither really signaled right away for a challenge. It came from Tom Griffin. He told the third base umpire, so somebody from the dugout, or maybe just Coach Griffin on his own, was the reason Carson-Newman challenged that. Nick Rydell is going to throw some pitches here to stay warm in this third inning. Extended review. The longer it takes, you wonder if it even is working. There was a few challenges in the Wingate-Lenore-Ryan winners bracket contest before this game tonight. Don't know if they were able to have replay reviews. I mean, they challenged plays and nothing was overturned, so you wonder if the system has a call. And here the umpire has it. First base umpire is the crew chief. He'll make the call. Call is confirmed. Runners out. Carson-Newman's down to one challenge, and there's two away in the third inning. Nothing going Carson-Newman's way. 1-3 put out as the second out, and now Colton Evans tries to give Carson-Newman its first run of this elimination game. Carson-Newman's trailing 7-0. Rydell gets into the windup with the runner at third and two outs, and Evans takes a knee-high strike on the 36th pitch by Nick Rydell. He threw a 7-pitch first inning, and he's been efficient to pitch 2 2/3 scoreless innings so far. 0-1 to the DH Evans. He's out in front of the breaking ball, and it's strike two. Colton Evans back into the lineup for Carson-Newman. Him and several others have battled through injuries to compete this season. Evans has not started or played in a game since April 14th. A midweek with Tusculum, but he's worked healthy enough to get into the lineup for this game and grounds one sharply to short. Mims waits on the final hop, throws to first. Evans tries to beat it out, but cannot. Mims throws him out in time, and Carson-Newman strands a second runner in inning 3. A strikeout and 2 groundouts for Nick Rydell to toss a third scoreless inning. No runs on Carson-Newman's only hit of the game. No errors, and Gibson left at third base. 1/3 of this elimination game is complete. Newberry has 7 runs. Carson-Newman has none as we head to the fourth.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
7-0 game, top of the fourth inning, and the Carson-Newman Eagles will turn to Ryan Higgins, a junior pitcher out of Spotsylvania, Virginia. So Higgins will make his 14th appearance of the year. 13 appearances, 13 starts for the junior right-hander, 6'2", and he will come out of the bullpen for the first time this season and for the first time since his freshman season. Last time he came out of the bullpen, he pitched 4 1/3 of the conference tournament And guess who it was against? It was against Newberry back on May 4th of the 2024 season. Higgins came out of the bullpen, 4 1/3 innings of 2-run baseball. That's the last time he's come in as a reliever, and he will do it again against the Wolves and come in to pitch the 4th inning at least for Carson-Newman, try to give the Eagles some length in this elimination game on the Eagles Sports Network. A 7-run third is why Newberry is up 7-0 as we get ready to begin the 4th inning. It'll be career appearance 37 for Ryan Higgins and his 12th as a reliever. His first 6 career appearances were relief outings. In fact, all 11 of his career relief appearances were as a freshman, and now he makes his first one of this season. And since that conference tournament relief outing in 2024. First pitch of the 4th inning is an elevated fastball to Keeler Osbin. It's ball 1. 135 innings of work for Ryan Higgins on the mound in his career. 1-0 is grounded sharply, and it bounces its way through the right side for a base hit. That is Newberry's 5th base hit. Osbin has his first. He's reached base all 3 times, and that's how the 4th inning begins. First ball hit into the outfield since the leadoff, or rather the second batter of the 3rd inning. And there was 11 in that 3rd inning. Now Nick Foster, the cleanup batter, is 0 for 1. He bounced into a double play and drew a bases-loaded walk to score the game's first run. First one from Higgins to Foster is a fastball outside for ball 1. Sun continues to stay out, but it's slowly working its way down. Here at Ron Christopher Stadium. 1-0. Swing and a miss by Foster at a breaking ball into the turf. Rogers blocks it for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first base, nobody out. Wolves have the leadoff batter aboard on their 5th hit of the day. Osbin is there. Foster batting, the 1-1 from Higgins. Runs outside, it's 2 balls and a strike. Carson-Newman pitching walked 6 guys in that 7-run third. That is the main reason for that long inning. Two 2-1 set by Higgins. He'll pick to first. Carson-Newman's most walks in a game, 9 on several different occasions. As Foster takes low for a ball, throw down to first is not in time, and it's 3-1. Eagles walked a season-high 9 against Lenore-Rhine on February 20th. Season-high 9 on March 7th to Catawba. Did it to Newberry on March 27th. They're at 6 right now, and Higgins makes it 7 as he walks Foster on 5 pitches, and there's 2 on and nobody out in the 4th. This one is close to getting away from Carson-Newman. In this 4th inning, again, run rules are in effect in the postseason as well, and so Newberry trying to add on some runs, and when you're in the elimination bracket of the losers bracket, you got a long way to go to get to where you want to, as Busenliner takes ball 1 away, and now Higgins has missed on 5 straight, or rather 4 straight, and it's ball 1 to the 5-hitter Busenliner, the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 aboard, nobody out in the 4th. Ryan Higgins pitching out of the bullpen and fires in a fastball for a strike. Busenliner also drew a walk in that 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. Struck out to begin the 2nd inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Higgins pitching as he comes set. Looks at second. Busenliner shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. Bradley Sodody is in right field, the only Carson-Newman player having to shield the sun. You're at Ron Christopher Stadium. The 2-1 fastball runs inside and low, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. The Eagles have walked 7 guys through 3+ innings. Higgins trying to find it here before potentially an 8th walk. 3-1. Fastball in there for a called strike 2. It's 3-2. Sometimes for hitters, it's hard to be locked in when the pitching is inconsistent. Newberry took advantage a little bit in that 3rd inning. Busenliner has not swung the bat here and has the count full with 2 on and nobody out. The 3-2. Higgins falls down on the payoff pitch as he offered it low, and it's ball 4. He went to make his step with his left foot after pushing off the rubber and fell in a hole with his left foot, stumbled and threw ball 4. A second straight walk has loaded the bases for Newberry with nobody out. Now Finn McLaughlin. Bases loaded for the 6-hitter. The first pitch is outside for a ball. Higgins out of the bullpen now has thrown 14 pitches and just 4 strikes. Leadoff single has been followed by 2 walks, and he's behind 1-0 on Finn McLaughlin, the DH. 1-0. Called strike. 8 walks by Carson-Newman pitching. Eagles desperate for it out here in this 4th inning, down 7-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network. An elimination game for Carson-Newman here at the SAC Baseball Tournament. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. Out in front was McLaughlin. It's strike 2. Well, a strikeout here would be great for Carson-Newman, and then a ground ball double play would be perfect after that. Higgins needs to finish off McLaughlin here, who is 3 for 5 this weekend. 1-2. Swing and a miss. There is the strikeout. Good job by Higgins. Back-to-back walks in this 4th inning, but he gets McLaughlin to swing and miss at a 1-2 changeup, and there's 1 away in the 4th, and now Bryson Knuckles.
Left fielder number 1, Bryson Knuckles.
Knuckles reached by error on a ball that probably should have been statted as an infield single. It was hit in the hole at short. First pitch is a breaking ball in for a strike. Knuckles ended up seeing 2 runs score on that ball that went into the hole at short. Got deep enough away from Rodriguez to score that run from second as well. A 1 set for Higgins. He's ahead on Knuckles with the bases loaded, and now he's ahead 0-2. Bases loaded, 1 out, in a 7-0 game. Newberry's loaded the bases on a single and 2 walks. Higgins trying to get out of this 4th inning. Facing Bryson Knuckles. The 0-2 set in the pitch to Knuckles is low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count on the left fielder Knuckles with the bases loaded for the Wolves in the 4th. 1-2 off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good competitive pitch by Higgins. He used his slider to break across the zone, but didn't get the call. Missed outside. Now he sets for a 2-2. Lifts and fires a fastball that Knuckles bloops into foul ground, and it's out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 7-0 Newberry. They scored all their runs in the 3rd. They've got more runners aboard in the 4th. Bases loaded. The 2-2 to Knuckles. Runs inside. Ball 3. From 0-2 to 3-2 goes this battle between Knuckles and Higgins here in the 4th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 1 out in the 4th. The pitch from Higgins is called strike 3 to Knuckles. Back-to-back strikeouts from Ryan Higgins in the 4th inning. Puts 2 outs on the board for now the 8-hitter, Zane McClendon.
Right fielder number 10, Zane McClendon.
Figure this would be a massive spot if Ryan Higgins can get out of this 4th inning. Maybe give his offense some momentum to work with in the bottom half. First pitch to the 8-hitter McClendon is high for a ball. Waste is where that pitch was. May have been a little inside as to why it was called ball 1. Single walk to begin this inning, but Higgins has responded with back-to-back punch-outs. And now he pitches with the bases loaded and 2 outs. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Big swing by Zane McClendon for strike 1. Zane McClendon batting for Newberry, just his 12th start of the year, 18th appearance, hit his first home run of the season in yesterday's loss to Wingate. 1-1 set, the pitch from Higgins, slider across the plate, strike two. What a response from Ryan Higgins, the junior righty, in this fourth inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded for Newberry. The pitch to McClendon, swing and a miss, strike 3. How about Higgy? 3 straight strikeouts after he loaded the bases in the fourth inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and Newberry strands the bases loaded in the fourth inning. Is that the momentum? Did Ryan Higgins give Carson-Newman's bats some momentum after striking out the side with the bases loaded in the fourth? We'll find out together as the Eagles bat in the home half of the fourth after this.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Newman will have the 3-4-5 hitters of its batting order scheduled to hit against Nick Rydell in this fourth inning. It's the second time through the Carson-Newman batting order for the conference's freshman of the year and for an all-SAC first-team pitcher. The Eagles faced an all-SAC second-team pitcher yesterday, and now they're facing a first-team all-conference pitcher in this elimination game. I don't know if any team in the conference has had it as difficult as Carson-Newman has. I know for certain that no team in the league has faced multiple all-conference pitchers in the SAC tournament this weekend as Bradley Soto-Diaz takes ball one. Right-hander winds, and Rydell's offering to Soto-Diaz is knee-high with a fastball for strike one. Only 6 teams in the league had all-conference starting pitchers. Soto-Diaz flies the 1-1 pitch well foul beyond the first base dugout and out of play. It's strike two. Carson-Newman, obviously, with Colton Kaysen, was one of those 2 teams, but Eagles have had it difficult against the pitching staffs this weekend. 1-2, Soto-Diaz chases slider away, and it's swinging strike 3 for the first out of the fourth inning. Nick Rydell continues to be in a rocking chair. He's got 4 strikeouts through 3 1/3, and now Sebastian Rodriguez will stand in. One away for Sebastian Rodriguez, looking to get his first base hit of the conference tournament. 0 for 5 this weekend. He takes fastball high and away for a ball. In fact, Rodriguez has struck out in each of his last 4 at-bats after grounding out in the second inning of yesterday's game in his first career postseason at-bat. 1-0 from Rydell. Breaking ball, line drive, center field. It bounces its way through past the second base bag and past Mims for a 1-out single. There is Sebastian Rodriguez's first career postseason hit. It's a 1-out single to center to bring Cole Nathan up. Wasn't hit all that well, but it was hit in a perfect place to split the infielders. And it took a weird hop, almost a soft hop, past the second base back. Looked like Mims for a second was going to be able to track it down, but he didn't get to it, and it's Carson-Newman's second base hit. To put a runner on. Now Cole Nathan takes breaking ball away. Well, the Eagles need to find a way in this contest, especially soon, to run the pitch count up on Nick Rydell and trying to get him out of this game. 1-0 set for Rydell. 1 aboard, 1 out. Nathan takes away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. It's a Newberry team that needed to use 4 different pitchers yesterday, 3 relievers. Jacob Clark obviously down after 108 pitches in his start, and then Anthony Plotkin gave Newberry 3 scoreless innings and threw 62 pitches. 2-0 set, breaking ball across the plate for a strike, and certainly when you have Nick Rydell, you're going to leave him out there if you're Jay Snyder for as long as you can, but the bullpen numbers are not as strong behind Newberry's starting pitchers this season. So can the Eagles at some point get to that pen early enough in this game? Down 7, the 2-1 breaking ball runs away, and Nathan has worked the count to 3-1 here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Carson-Newman trails 7-0 in this elimination game. Playing from behind is something that Carson-Newman is familiar with this year. The 3-1 set for the freshman of the year, and he misses high and inside with ball 4. And there is the first free pass by the freshman of the year in the conference, Nick Rydell. He walks Cole Nathan on 5 pitches to put 2 runners on base for Carson-Newman's Braxton Smith. First time in this game that Carson-Newman has put multiple runners on base in a half inning. We'll document the comeback victories for Carson-Newman baseball this season. Once again, the Eagles came back from a pair of 6-run deficits in the final series of the regular season against UVA Wise. Those were the longest comebacks on the road this season, the biggest deficits on the road that were overcome this season on the road. Biggest deficit overcome was a 7-run deficit against Wingate on April 4th. Just under a month ago, the Eagles rallied from down 8-1 in the 3rd. First pitch to Braxton Smith is high and inside for ball 1. That was a game that Carson-Newman ended up taking the lead in the middle innings, but then lost the lead in the 9th, and then eventually scored 4 times with 2 outs and got 5 straight runners on base with 2 outs to win that game 16-15. 1-0, Smith. High drive to center field, straightaway center field. Should be routine for Luke Compton. He's under it, battling the sun out there in center. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Smith just under that 1-0 fastball. 2 on and 2 out now for Jacob Rogers. The thing about that 7-run comeback is Carson-Newman came back really early in that game and took that lead, as we had said, in the middle innings. That was a scoring fest between Wingate and Carson-Newman on that April 4th. Eagles trying to get at least 1 back here in the 4th, down 7-0 with 2 on and 2 out for Jacob Rogers to take a strike. Rogers has been playing very well toward the end of his Carson-Newman career here. Hit one hard to center field and flew out at the 2nd inning. Hits one off the end of his bat on an 0-1 breaking ball, and it's now 0-2. 10 RBI this season for Rogers. Having a career year, only had 1 career at-bat before this season. Has turned into a nice hitter in his senior season. 2 multi-hit games in his last 5 of the regular season. 0-2 from Rydell. Breaking ball, line drives, left field, base hit. Ball into the glove of Knuckles. Stop sign goes up for Rodriguez on a strong throw in. And the Carson-Newman Eagles have loaded the bases on a 2-out base hit by Jacob Rogers to bring Ryan Bolton up. Nice piece of hitting by Jacob Rogers on a 2-strike pitch to load him up for Ryan Bolton with 2 away. Bryson Knuckles, the all-defensive team player in left field, with a great throw to the cutoff there. Now the bases are loaded for Ryan Bolton, trying to start the scoring for Carson-Newman's offense. The first pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. Bolton the batter with the bases loaded for Carson-Newman. This season in these situations, Bolton is 2 for 2. 2 outs on the board, the 0-1. Breaking ball, line drive, right center field, a base hit that splits the gaps. 1 run is in. Nathan around third. He'll sprint home and score. It's a 2-run, 2-out single here in the 4th inning for Ryan Bolton to get Carson-Newman on the board. Rodriguez and Nathan come around to score. Rogers moves from first to third, and the Eagles have some life in the 4th inning. Back-to-back 2-out hits from Carson-Newman's bottom half of the order, and now the 9-hitter Aiden Gibson up. Gibson gets on and would turn back over to the top for Logan Floyd. Bottom of the order doing damage here for the Eagles in the 4th inning against the freshman of the year in the conference. First pitch to Rydell is a foul ball back as Bolton took off on the pitch, and will head back. Nothing in 1 on Eden Gibson. A infield single for Gibson in his 3rd inning at bat. Now batting with 2 on and 2 out in a 7-2 game, and he golfs one high out toward shallow center. Lugo into the outfield grass behind second base, calls it and makes the catch. And the inning is over. Good work by Carson-Newman's offense, though, in inning number 4. The Eagles strike for 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. Eagles have left 4 on through 4. A 2-run 4th has brought the game to a 7-2 tally after 4 innings. Eagles show some offensive life, trail by just 5 now in this elimination game on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Well, the Eagles have cut it to a 5-run deficit after a 2-out base hit by Ryan Bolton in that home half of the 4th, and now Ryan Higgins goes back to work. He'll face 9-1-2 of Newberry's batting order in this 5th inning on the Eagles Sports Network. We'll see if Higgins can carry over that momentum that he built by striking out the side after loading the bases on a single and 2 walks in that 5th inning. It's Chandler Mims first. He has singled and walked in his first 2 plate appearances here tonight. He singled against Drew Fletcher and then walked against Brock Culpepper, or rather against Kyle Adams, as the first pitch of the 5th inning is ball 1 low from Higgins. The junior righty comes set, lifts and fires a breaking ball that Mims swings over top of for strike 1. It's worth noting Ryan Higgins' best start of the year, or one of his best starts of the year, was 7 innings of 2-run ball against the Wolves back on March 28th. Next one is a bunt shown by Mims, but he takes it away for ball 2. 7-inning outing by Higgins was his longest of the season and retired his final 8 batters that he faced. In that start, the 2-1 is bounced softly first base side. This is a foul ball as it rolls to the right of the first base line. It would have been probably an infield single for Mims because it was hit so softly. With his speed, he was 3/4 of the way to first before Rogers had touched the ball in foul ground. Strike 2 on Mims, who has his first hit in this conference tournament after going 0 for 5 in yesterday's opening round game for the Wolves against the Bulldogs. 2-2 set for Higgins here in the 5th, and his slider misses away. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the 9-hitter Mims. Top of the order, and Luke Compton is next. Higgins sets in the payoff. Slider stayed inside. It's ball 4. Higgins has walked his 3rd batter. That's how the 5th inning begins. 9 walks now from Carson-Newman pitching. It is the 4th time this year the Eagles have walked 9 or more. It's a season high. Matches a season high. And it brings Luke Compton to the plate. The Eagles have not walked 10 or more batters since this season. They haven't done it since April 12th of last year. Walked 12 against LR as Higgins pumps in a strike, burning the outer edge to Luke Compton. 2 flyouts, and Compton is reached by an error so far, officially 0 for 3. 0-1 set for Higgins. He lifts and fires. Compton late on a fastball, fouls it back. It's strike 2. One of these 2 teams hoping that a journey through the losers bracket can end with a trip to Ashboro next week. Swing and a miss by a break by Compton on a breaking ball in the turf, and he's down swinging, and Ryan Higgins has his 4th strikeout of the game out of the bullpen. And there's 1 away in the 5th inning for Joe Marlugo. Good work by Ryan Higgins as he continues to impress. Working around some walks so far. Now Yomar Lugo, 1 for 2, single walk strikeout so far. 5-run game, 1 on, 1 out in the 5th as Lugo swings and chases at a high fastball, throw to first, no tag on the back pick attempt to get Mims. Ball is yet to be put in play by Newberry for an out with Ryan Higgins pitching. The only ball put in play in the 9 now that Higgins is faced. It was a ground ball. This is a ground ball to third. Gibson throws to second for 1. Nice scoop by Floyd at first to complete the double play. CN turns another double play. It's league leading 44th of the year to end Newberry's 5th inning threat. Nice turn. Gibson starts it. Nathan completes it by throwing to first base where Logan Floyd scoops it on the back end of a 5-4-3 double play. Back-to-back scoreless innings now from Ryan Higgins out of the bullpen. He keeps Carson-Newman within 5 after 4.5 on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Rogers, glad you're back with us here on the Eagle Sports Network, where Carson-Newman is trailing Newberry 7-2. A 7-run third is why Newberry has control of this game. But the Eagles chipped away, got 2 back in the 4th, and Logan Floyd will help try to get the Eagles a couple more back in this 5th inning. Floyd hit the ball hard in the 1st inning and flew out to the deepest part of left field, as far as he could hit it in the field of play in left. and flew out and then hit one softly back to the pitcher in the third. Batting for the third time and driving the first pitch high to right field. It should be a routine play for McClendon as he moves to his left at the last second to make the catch. And Floyd now 0 for 3, something that isn't said too often. First pitch fly out to begin the fifth, and now Colton Evans. Second fly out by Logan Floyd. I'm going to go through my score sheet and see the last time Floyd was 0 for 3 through his first 3 at-bats. Go back to the UVA-Y series. In the first game of that series, he was 0 for 3 in his first 3 plate appearances, before recording a 7th-inning single as Colton Evans takes a strike in his second at-bat. 2 groundouts for Carson-Newman's designated hitter, again playing for the first time since April 14th. A 1 from Rydell. Fastball away, it's 1-1. 7-2 the score. The 7th seed Newberry has 7 runs on 5 hits. The 6th seeded Carson-Newman Eagles have 2 runs on 4 hits and trail by 5 in the 5th. 1-1 from the freshman of the year, Rydell. Evans thought about it. Showed his hands, but did not go around. No appeal. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Colton Evans. Head coach Tom Griffin said all season that Evans is just a nice energy boost to the lineup. 2-1 pitch is a breaking ball off the plate. It's 3-1. And sometimes, even if he isn't driving in runs or coming up with big, timely hits, he's just an energy guy when he's in the lineup and out on the bases as well. Trying to get on here. He's got himself into a hitter's count as Rydell misses high, and it's a 5-pitch walk. First pitch strike, and then 4 straight misses by Rydell gives Carson-Newman a base runner with 1 away. For Bradley Soto Diaz. 5-run game. Evans taking all of his elbow guards, hand guards, probably some extra padding on that left wrist that's bothered him all year. Now he's ready to roll and can look at third base coach Tom Griffin for the signs. And Soto Diaz now stands in with 1 on and 1 out in the 5th inning, down 5. 2 strikeouts for Soto Diaz against Nick Rydell so far. He sets and pitches to Soto Diaz, a fastball high. 5 straight misses now from Nick Rydell, who's now thrown 65 pitches through 4 1/3. Again, he went 7 1/3 against Carson-Newman just over a month ago. 1-0. Soto Diaz takes slider away, and it's now 6 straight misses in ball 2. See how Soto Diaz approaches this third plate appearance of his. Was aggressive in his first 2, struck out on 3 pitches in the last one. Ahead 2-0 here. Thought about an inside fastball, showed his hands, but stayed away. No appeal either. Really no check swing. He just kind of twisted his wrist forward a hair to get maybe even out of the way of that inside fastball. It's 3-0. 1 on, 1 out. Soto Diaz may be taking all the way, and he is, because the fastball's high for ball 4. Consecutive walks by Nick Rydell, and time is called, and there will be a conversation out on the mound. 8 straight balls from Nick Rydell here in this 5th inning, and Carson-Newman has multiple runners on base for the 2nd straight inning. Sebastian Rodriguez is up next for Carson-Newman as Sean O'Hagan, Newberry's assistant coach and pitching coach, is out to talk with his freshman of the year. O'Hagan joined the Wolves after serving as USC Aiken's pitching coach last year. First season with the Wolves, and is coached the freshman of the year in the conference. Now he's trying to coach him through this 5th inning. 2 on, 1 out, 5-run game. Sebastian Rodriguez is Carson-Newman's batter, the 4th hitter in the order. First pitch off the plate. It's ball 1. 9 straight misses from Nick Rydell. No action in Newberry's bullpen. Again, this is their top guy. This is their ace. Can't imagine his leash will be any time soon. 1-0 set. He lifts and fires, and Rodriguez takes a strike. First pitch that's been thrown in for a strike by Nick Rydell in his last 10 offerings. And now Rodriguez is ready. He singled in the 4th inning and scored on that Bolton 2-run hit. One. Rodriguez out in front of the changeup at strike 2. Tried to pull the pitch, was out in front. And there's 2 strikes on the shortstop, Rodriguez. 300 hitter for much of the year. Trying to come through for the Eagles in the 5th. 1-2. Ball into the turf. Bounced well before the plate. To the rookie, and it's an even 2-2 count. 22 runs batted in for Rodriguez this season. 26 hits. Reaching base 40% of the time as well. Waiting on a 2-2 as Rydell looks at second base. A second look there. And now he offers a 2-2, and Rodriguez swings behind a high heater. 2 away on Rydell's 5th punch-out. Now Cole Nathan. Nathan has been on base both times he's faced Rydell. Reached by a throwing error in the 2nd inning and drew a 4-pitch walk in his last at-bat, last half inning. Rydell comes set at the belt, lifts and fires the first to Nathan, a strike knee high. Can Carson-Newman make Newberry's starting pitcher pay for some free passes here in the 5th? Rydell comes set. His next one will be pitch 75. 2 on, 2 out. The 0-1. Called strike 2. Nathan leaned over and thought it was off the plate. Quickly, 2 strikes on Cole Nathan. Rydell has worked behind on each of the first. The last 3 hitters he's faced here in the 5th. He's now ahead 0-2 on Cole Nathan. 5-run game, 2 on, 2 out in the 5th. Nathan swings and lines one sharply foul. That pitch was outside, but Nathan, after seeing that outside pitch on an 0-1 called a strike, had to go lean for that one and foul it off to stay alive and not risk going down looking. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nathan trying to battle here for the Eagles in the 5th. 0-2. Nathan waits on it and pops it up. Nearing foul ground is Keeler Osmond just beyond the first base line, tracking it down and making the catch to end the 5th inning. Nick Rydell works around a couple of walks with 1 out in the 5th inning and strands those 2 Carson-Newman base runners. No runs, no hits, no errors. And the Eagles have left 2 on base for the 2nd straight half inning. 7-2 Newberry in this elimination game after 5 innings at Ron Christopher Stadium. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Approaching 2 hours into this elimination game at the SAC Baseball Tournament, Carson-Newman and Newberry competing in this Wingate pod. The Bulldogs have defended this home field and have worked their way into the championship game of the pod. And they'll wait for either one of these 2 teams or Lenore-Rhine to work through the losers bracket to meet the Bulldogs, who have to be defeated twice to not be heading to Asheboro, North Carolina next weekend. Ryan Higgins has 2 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. He is back out for a 6th inning, or a 3rd inning of work to pitch the 6th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. We started the day 60 degrees at our 6:07 first pitch, and over the last just under 2 hours, the temperature has dropped by 5 degrees. It is 55 degrees as we come up on 8 o'clock here in Wingate, North Carolina at Ron Christopher Stadium. The three-hitter Keeler Osbin leads off the inning. First pitch is a slider across the zone from Ryan Higgins for a strike. Higgins has worked around 4 walks, or rather 3 walks, to strike out 4 in 40 pitches so far on the mound. 0-1 from the junior righty. He sets and offers in a slider inside for ball 1. Expect the temperature to continue to dip according to the weather app. Might get near 50 by the time this one ends. 1-1. Fastball off the plate. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. On the three-hitter Keeler Osbin, who has reached base all 3 times. Hit by pitch, walk, and single, batting in innings 1, 2, and 4. 2-1. Inside corner fastball, and it's strike 2. Rather, batting in innings 1, 3, 4, and now 6, I should say. Even 2-ball, 2-strike count on the three-hitter Osbin. The pitch runs inside and low, and it's ball 3. Nobody up in Carson-Newman's bullpen right now. The Eagles have had to use 3 relievers. Higgins the third, but he has settled things down for now. 2 scoreless innings. Payoff to Osbin. He checked his swing at a slider. Did he go around? He did. Strikeout number 5 from Ryan Higgins is the first out of inning 6. He gets Osbin to soar at that inside slider. He offered at it, and there's 1 away in this 6th inning. This is a good sign for Ryan Higgins, especially moving into his senior season. If this turns out to be maybe his final appearance as a junior, looked good so far. First pitch to the 4-hitter Foster is ball 1 low. Higgins now has his most strikeouts in a game since striking out 5 in 7 innings against Newberry. He's struck out 5 of the 10 batters he's faced. Ground ball foul to the screen evens the count. 5 strikeouts in the 7 outs that Higgins has recorded. His most strikeouts in a game this year was 8, all the way back in his first conference start of the year. 2 1/3 scoreless right now from Higgins to keep Carson-Newman within striking distance. 1-1 set, and the pitch to Foster is a slider that runs well away. It's 2-1. Carson-Newman offensively has started to find some groove. They have put multiple runners on base against Nick Rydell in each of the last 2 innings, but only 2 runs to show for. 2-1. Breaking ball bounces into the turf, and it's 3-1. Time called by Jacob Rogers, and he'll sprint out to the mound and chat with Ryan Higgins here to try to help him get through this at bat against Foster. There is 1 out in the inning. Foster back into the batter's box. He's been walked twice and bounced into a double play. The 3-1 is a swing and a miss. Big hack at a Higgins slider, and the count is full again. Back-to-back full counts for Ryan Higgins to the first 2 batters of Newberry's half of this 6th inning. Higgins and Rogers working together. All right, he sets and pitches. Fastball called strike 3. Foster thought he had ball 4. He's rung up on strikes, and Ryan Higgins has his 6th strikeout out of the bullpen, and there's 2 away in the 6th inning. How about the work from Ryan Higgins? The only out that, or only 2 outs that he has not recorded with a strikeout has been that inning-ending double play in the 5th inning. 2 outs, and now the 5-hitter Logan Busenliner takes a strike. Higgins' pitch count at 52, trying to complete 3 innings of work out of the pen. 1 set. Pauses for a second and now pitches a breaking ball that's lined sharply, but it hooks foul, and it's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Higgins has done exactly what Carson-Newman has needed him to do. That is keep things scoreless and keep the deficit what it is as Busenliner takes Slider away on a 0-2 offering. Down 7-0. The Eagles, at this point, really can't afford to give up many more runs. Higgins has been great. 1-2. Fastball away, 2-2. Not allowed a run despite 3 walks and a hit in 2 2/3 on the mound. Trying to strike out the side for the second time in 3 innings. 2-2 set in the pitch to Busenliner as a pop-up behind home foul. Even 2-ball, 2-strike count. Carson-Newman trailing by 5, is trailed by as many as 7 here tonight. Higgins sets for another 2-2. It's on the way. It's a high fastball that Busenliner checked his swing at and just barely nicked foul behind the screen. Newberry's catcher battling against Ryan Higgins here. First 2 hitters of this inning struck out on 3-2 pitches. Here's another 2-2, and Busenliner swings and misses. Ryan Higgins strikes out the side for the second time in 3 innings. He's pitched 3 scoreless out of Carson-Newman's pen to keep things within striking distance. It stays a 5-run game as Higgins strikes out the side. He's got 7 Ks through 3 innings of work. Can the Eagles offense break through again against the conference's freshman of the year? It's 7-2 Newberry after 5.5 innings in this South Atlantic Conference elimination game at the SAC Baseball Tournament here on the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
7-2 game, bottom of the 6th inning, about to get underway. Carson-Newman will bring the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to the order. Braxton Smith, Jacob Rogers, Ryan Bolton due up for Carson-Newman in the 6th inning. Let's tell you about how the other side of this South Atlantic Conference tournament bracket is going. Top-seeded Catawba needed a 2-run, 2-out, bases-loaded hit from their 9-hitter to walk off Lincoln Memorial to win 2-1. The Indians were in danger of being shut out, but got a big hit from their 9-hitting catcher, Matthew Connolly, to walk off the splitters and win 2-1. First pitch at the bottom of the 6th inning is a Rydell strike to Smith. In an elimination game in Salisbury that followed that Catawba win over LMU, Coker, the 8th seed, took down Mars Hill 4-2. And now Mars Hill is eliminated, and Coker's playing Lincoln Memorial. As Smith takes a second strike, it's 0-2. And Coker is defeating LMU 5-1 in the 7th inning. LMU was an out away and a pitch away from being in the championship game of that bracket, as the 0-2 is a check swing liner to the first base dugout foul. They were a pitch away from getting through to the championship game of that pod, and now are down 4 to the 8th seed and down to their final 9 outs in an elimination game. 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball stays high to Smith. It's 1-2. Newberry's made a defensive change. Bryson Knuckles now playing right field. Cooper Raines has moved into left field and taking Zane McClendon's spot in the lineup. 1-2 to Smith. Breaking ball away. Did Smith go around on the check swing? He did not on the appeal. Two balls, 2 strikes. Smith from down 0-2 in the count has evened it up as Nick Rydell pitches his 81st offering to Smith. It's a breaking ball, grounded towards short. Mims sliding to his left, keeps it in the infield, throws to first. Smith does not beat it out. Right away, Trey Miller, the first base coach, and the runner Smith signaling for a challenge, and we'll get one. It's going to be Carson-Newman's second challenge, and if it doesn't win, it will have no more left. The first base umpire is the crew chief, and so he'll be the one that talks it over with replay review to determine whether or not Smith is safe at first base. And while we have some time here, I'm going to pull up the video feed to see whether Smith was safe at first base there. That was a really good play from Chandler Mims just to make that a bang-bang play at first base. We'll see if the Flow Sports stream, which again is not what is used for the replay, gives us an idea whether Smith beats out this throw from Chandler Mims. It's a fantastic play. Whether it turns into an out or not is one thing, but what a play by Mims to get a speedy Smith for now. We'll see if the call stands. Right away, Trey Miller and Braxton Smith made quick signals to challenge. That was something that the runner and Miller did not do on Carson-Newman's last challenge attempt. Oh boy, it looks pretty bang-bang. Just trying to go frame by frame. Looking at the video again myself. Carson-Newman felt pretty confident that Smith had gotten to first base before Osmond caught the ball. The way I go frame by frame, it almost looks like it happens at the same time. We'll see what the call on the field is, or if the call on the field is going to be confirmed or overturned. And if Carson-Newman does not win this challenge, it will have none left for the final innings of this game. Umpires have separated. The home plate umpire talking it over with Logan Busenliner, the Newberry catcher. Second challenge of the game. The first base umpire has the call, and he's about to make it. Call stands, Smith out at first base, and Carson-Newman's out of challenges. Smith out on a fantastic play by Chandler Mims. So Carson-Newman goes 0 for 3 in its challenges at the SAC tournament. Now Jacob Rogers. Rogers 1 for 2, fourth inning single, and he swings at the first pitch and lines it foul. And off the light pole. Rogers and then Bolton for Carson-Newman in this sixth inning. One away in a 5-run game as Rydell offers a breaking ball to Rogers. He takes it for strike 2. 5 1/3 for the SAC freshman of the year. 5 strikeouts, 85 pitches. 0-2. Rogers fights off another fastball to stay alive. Rydell has the sign, and he winds for a 0-2 again. And Rogers rolls a breaking ball foul behind third. Back-to-back foul balls, and Rogers will wait on a 5th offering here. In this 1-out at bat in the 6th inning. 2 hours and 6 minutes into this elimination game. A 7-run third has Newberry in front 7-2. 0-2 again. Rogers chases slider away. It's strike 3 swinging, the 6th strikeout from Nick Rydell, and there's 2 away. Ryan Bolton is Carson-Newman's two-out hope in the 6th inning.
Left fielder number 24, Ryan Bolton.
Rydell gets into his motion. The first one to Ryan Bolton is a fastball foul back behind home. Bolton, that two-run, two-out single to right center field in the 4th inning, scored Cole Nathan and Sebastian Rodriguez. Only runs have been scored on the Bolton swing with the bases loaded. He's now 3 for 3 this year in those situations. 0-1 behind a fastball. It's swinging strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Nick Rydell has thrown 90 pitches. Trying to complete the 6th inning, and he misses with slider away. It's 1-2. No activity for the Wolves in their bullpen. As long as Rydell can go, is the plan, I think, for Jay Snyder's club. 1-2. Bolton fights off a fastball. That's why these at-bats that Rogers has found a couple off and now Bolton has as well are so critical. Continue to get that pitch count up, wear down this rookie. I'm trying to run him out of this game and get to this Newberry bullpen before it's too late. 1-2, breaking ball below the knees, and Bolton has even the count at 2. Bottom part of Carson-Newman's order has 3 of the team's 4 hits. Rogers, Bolton, and Gibson have the hits. 2-2, Bolton hits it well out toward right field. Back goes Bryson Knuckles, nearing the wall, still backing up, goes to the wall, bangs into it, and makes the catch. What a play from the all-sack outfielder. Defensively flashing that gold glove with a backpedaling catch to the wall in deep right to end the 6th inning. Nick Rydell tosses his second 1-2-3 inning, and he keeps Carson-Newman off the scoreboard for the 2nd straight half inning. No runs, no errors, no hits, nobody left on base by Carson-Newman. We're 2/3 into this contest. Carson-Newman down to its final 9 outs, facing elimination, down 7-2 after 6.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back here on the Eagles Sports Network. 7th inning about to get underway here from Wingate's Ron Christopher Stadium. Winner of this game between the Eagles and Wolves will face off against 21st ranked Lenore-Rhine 3rd-seeded Bears. Will wait a winner of this game and play tomorrow at noon for what is expected to be better weather. Yesterday was filled with overcast skies and rain. Today's games got pushed back because of rain in the forecast all of this morning. That was the case, and so that's why Carson-Newman's elimination game didn't start till after 6 o'clock. First pitch of the inning is a fastball away to Finn McLaughlin. It's 1-0. Tomorrow looks pretty good, 69 and sunny, but will it be Carson-Newman playing in the elimination game or not? Eagles need to muster up some more runs. Trailing by 5 in the 7th as Higgins misses away with a 1-0 breaking ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 7 strikeouts for Ryan Higgins, the only outs recorded by the defense, a double play ball that ended the 5th. 1-0 offering. Check that 2-0 offering is high and away. It's 3-0 scoreboard. Has not been run efficiently or very well at all this weekend. Somewhat confusing to the fans, especially me as well. 3-0 is a fastball for a strike. 3-ball, 1-strike count, 5-run game. McLaughlin is 1 for 2. He is the first batter of this 7th inning. Ahead 3-1 as Higgins lifts and fires. McLaughlin slaps it back into the screen, late on a fastball, and the count is full. Speaking of the scoreboard, it was funny. Somebody asked me yesterday if I was in charge of helping with the scoreboard, and I looked around and said, nope, not in charge of the scoreboard. I think they were wanting to say something about how it was being run yesterday. 3-2. McLaughlin takes eyeball 4, and it's the 4th walk by Higgins to give Newberry a base runner in the 7th inning. On that topic, even wearing Carson-Newman gear yesterday, multiple people came up and asked me questions about the weekend. Bryson Knuckles up next for Newberry. He's the 7-hitter, and he's 0 for 3 today. First pitch, ground ball to third. Gibson fields it cleanly, throws to second for 1. Nathan trying to turn 2. They throw it back to first, and Knuckles is retired. The 3rd double play by Carson-Newman's defense. Newberry looking like they may challenge it. And I think we're going to have another review. 3rd challenge of the game in the 2.5 inning. In the last inning. And the Wolves will challenge for the first time in this game. They'll challenge whether Knuckles beat out that 5-4-3 double play turn, whether he legged it out at first base. It'll be Carson-Newman's 3rd double play for a defense that has been outstanding this season. And that was something that you thought would carry into some postseason awards for the defensive group. Aiden Gibson, Cole Nathan, Logan Floyd, all part of that double play were up for Gold Gloves, and none of them won, despite having some really good numbers. And when you stacked them up against some of the other best in the South Atlantic Conference, they were right up there, but did not get voted as such, despite being part of the tandem and the team that has led the league and has been top 10 nationally in double plays turned all year. For a Eagles defense as well that has a 9.70 fielding percentage, top 3 in the league for most of the year. Official review, and just say it, if Newberry gets this challenge overturned, it would be the first challenge overturned this entire tournament, and this is game 4. And it may be fitting for how Carson-Newman's night has gone if this gets overturned. I don't think Carson-Newman's crowd will be very happy with it either. He may be safe, but it felt like Nathan got that throw to Floyd in time to retire the outfielder Knuckles. We'll wait and see what the officials, or the 4th umpire leading the official review, determines on the video feed. Ryan Higgins going to throw some pitches here to stay loose on what has turned into a very chilly night in Wingate, North Carolina. There was talks of playing the other elimination game later tonight, but you have to get it in by a certain time. You have to start by a certain time. This one's been pretty long, and it's going to take about 45 minutes or so between games. So the tournament crew here has elected to play 2 tomorrow, and then 1, if necessary, on Monday, if the tournament gets that far along. It's either going to be 1 on and 1 out for Newberry at first base, or nobody on and 2 out in this 7th inning, depending on this official review. It's another lengthy review. Not good for pace of play, which has that extra emphasis with the pitch clock that has been introduced over the last couple of years in most forms of baseball, especially at the college and professional levels. We are 2 hours and 16 minutes in. Still conversations happening with the walkie-talkie. And here comes the call. The call stands, and the double play stands for Carson. I mean, that's 3 double plays, and I don't know if anybody's taking notes. Maybe stop challenging because every call has been the same. Although there's been some close plays there at first base, and the crew chief of this umpiring crew has been dealing with all these challenges, and they've all been plays at first base. They've all stood. There's 2 outs on the board. Carson-Newman's turned its 3rd double play of the day. Second 5-4-3 turn has cleared the bases for the 8-hitter Cooper Raines to take a strike. Cooper Raines started 2 games for Newberry in the regular season series against the Eagles. He went 0 for 10. Getting his first at-bat off the bench after coming in as a defensive replacement, and he bounces one softly in front of the plate and eventually backspins foul for strike 2. The only outs that have been recorded by Carson-Newman's defense with Ryan Higgins on the mound are double play turns. In the 5th and now 7th innings, everything else has been a Higgins strikeout. If he can finish off Raines here with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the 7th, it'll match his season high for strikeouts. The junior sets in the 0-2 breaking ball is a swing and a miss. There is strikeout 8 from Ryan Higgins in another 1-2-3 inning. Higgins has retired. The Wolves in order for the 3rd straight half inning. His 8th strikeout matches a season high, and it's his 4th scoreless inning out of the pen. Carson-Newman down to its final 9 outs of 2026. They need a 5-run comeback in the final 3 frames against Nick Rydell to stay alive and keep the 2026 season moving. 7-2 Wolves as we stretch at Ron Christopher Stadium on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Nick Rydell continues to pitch for Newberry, the conference's freshman of the season. 6 innings of 2-run ball. Both runs scored on 1 2-out hit by Ryan Bolton in the 4th inning. He struck out 6, has Rydell. Allowed just 4 hits and walked 3 in 26 faced. He's at 94 pitches as he gets ready to work in the 7th. When he went 7 1/3 against Carson-Newman on March 28th, he threw 123 pitches that day. Floyd leads things off for the Eagles against the freshman of the year. Or actually, Aiden Gibson, leads things off and swings behind a fastball to start the inning. It is strike 1. Floyd would be next for Carson-Newman. Nick Rydell's longest start of the year was 8 innings at this park against Wingate. Went 8 innings and got his 8th win of the year. Swinging a foul ball for strike 2 off the bat of Gibson. Rydell is a perfect 9-0 this season. 0-2 to Gibson. Breaking ball high and away. It's ball 1. Colton Kaysen-esque numbers from Nick Rydell this year. 1-2. Fastball high and away. It's an even count to Gibson. Rydell perfect 9-0 in his starts. Something that Kaysen did until late April. He went 13-1 last year to be an All-American. 2-2. Breaking ball stays inside and missed for ball 3. Good competitive pitch again, but it just missed. The slider didn't break across the zone enough, and now Rydell has the ball and readies for a payoff. Here's pitch 100 from the freshman, and he missed inside again. It's ball 4, and Carson-Newman has a runner in the 7th. The leadoff walk from 0-2 to ball 4 for AG to give Logan Floyd a base runner.
First baseman number 11, Logan Floyd.
Well, you figure it's time for Floyd to find a hit. 2 flyouts and a ground out. His first swing of the game was a flyout to deep left. Just missed a 11th home run of his career, or of his season, as he takes away. It's ball 1. Newberry does have 1 or 2 guys starting to move around in its bullpen. Down the right field line as Rydell's pitch count is north of 100. One ball, no strikes on Logan Floyd. Gibson at first base, nobody out in the 7th. Floyd takes fastball for strike 1. Carson-Newman came back from down 3 in the 8th to Newberry when Nick Rydell was pitching, because those 3 runs he gave up in that start were in that 8th inning before he was pulled. Floyd takes ball 2 away. It's 2-1. Those errors in that 8th inning hurt him in that start. He pitched the 2nd game of the series. Two balls, 1 strike. Floyd waits on the offering and swings and hits it high into foul ground. It's moving into foul territory and beyond the fencing, and it lands in the parking lot for a foul ball, and strike 2 on Floyd. Two balls, 2 strikes on Carson-Newman's all-sack second-team first baseman, trying to reach base in a 33rd straight game. 2-2 set for Rydell. He pitches to Floyd, a breaking ball that he swings and hits out towards softly and left. Charging in his Reigns. He's after it and sprints to it in the gap to make the catch as he lost his hat. Sprinting in at that softly hit fly ball by Floyd for out number 1. Floyd is 0 for 4. And now the one-out batter is Colton Evans.
The designated hitter, number 5, Colton Evans.
One on, one out for Colton Evans. Eagles down 5. First pitch. Swinging a drive out toward right center field. Compton is moving over into the gap, and it is called off by Bryson Knuckles, and he makes the run on the catch. Or he makes the catch on the run to cut in front of Compton to make the catch. Compton seemed to be in good position, but Knuckles called him off and sprinted in front of the outfielder to make the catch. And there's 2 away on back-to-back flyouts for Bradley Soto Diaz. Gibson staying at first base right now. Rydell up to 107 pitches. Trying to finish off the 7th inning. Right, he sets at the belt. First one to Soto Diaz is a slider away, ball 1. Soto Diaz has extended his on-base streak here in the latter portions of the year to 19 straight games by drawing that 5th inning walk. He takes slider on the outside corner on the 108th pitch from Nick Rydell. It's a 1-1 count. Carson-Newman trailing by 5, 7-2 in the 7th. 1-1. Fastball away. It's 2 balls and a strike. Eagles haven't scored since the 4th. 7-run third by Newberry. 2 by the Eagles in the 4th. Those are the only runs in the game. 2 half innings. 2-1 set for Rydell. He pitches to Soto Diaz, an inside breaking ball, and it's 3-1. Ryan Higgins has pitched 4 scoreless innings for Carson-Newman out of its bullpen to keep the Eagles within 5. Can the offense deliver sometime soon? Soto Diaz will keep things going in the 7th as he draws a 5-pitch walk. The 5th walk by Nick Rydell. And he puts 2 on base with 2 outs for Sebastian Rodriguez. Again, Newberry's got some action in its bullpen. Wonder when Rydell is pulled. Can he get through the 7th and maybe that's the end of his day? We'll see. Jay Snyder out of the dugout for a second. I think he was picking something up in front of the dugout. And now he's back in there, and Rydell pitches the first offering to Rodriguez. It's a fastball in there for a called strike. Just one reliever throwing for the Wolves in a 5-run game. 7-2 in a game with 9 runs total and 9 hits. Eagles have 4 of them. Nothing in 1 set. Rydell looks at second, pitches to Rodriguez, a breaking ball in the turf. Runners will stay put as Buse and Liner kept it close enough. A ball and a strike on Rodriguez. 1 for 3 day, a single and 2 strikeouts against the SAC Freshman of the Year. 1-1 set. The freshman looks at second, now pitches to another freshman in Rodriguez, who takes high and away. Third straight half inning that Carson-Newman has had multiple runners on base. The Eagles left 2 on in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. Or rather, third time in 4 innings. Did not do it in a 1-2-3-6th inning, but they've done it here for the 3rd time in 4 half innings. 2-1, Rodriguez takes high fastball for ball 3. And he's worked himself into a hitter's count, and now time is called. And Buse and Liner will talk it over with his pitcher here in a 5-run game with 2 outs and 2 on. Rydell has walked 5 guys, but it's not come back to hurt him just yet. He has walked multiple Carson-Newman hitters, and now 2 different innings. Did it in the 5th, but it didn't hurt him. Eagles stranded 2. He's done it twice here in the 7th and is a pitch away from doing it for a 3rd time in the inning. He's matched his season high in walks. 3-1 to Rodriguez. Swing and a line drive foul behind third, and the count is full. Runners will be in motion. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners take off. The pitch to Rodriguez is called strike 3. Nick Rydell gets out of another jam in the 7th inning. He gets Rodriguez looking, and that is how the 7th inning ends. Carson-Newman has left now 8 runners on base and has stranded multiple runners in 3 of the last 4 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left by Carson-Newman on base. It's 7-2 Newberry after 7 innings in this elimination game. Eagles will be down to their final 6 outs heading to the 8th on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Eli Norris is coming into the game for Carson-Newman. He will pitch the 8th inning for the Eagles, and he will relieve Ryan Higgins, who was outstanding for Carson-Newman. He entered a game in the 4th inning with his team down 7-0, and he's kept it at 7-2 after the offense got him 2 runs in the 4th inning. He fires 4 scoreless innings, just 1 hit. He did walk 4, but he worked around those by striking out a season-high 8 batters. 2nd time this year. He struck out 8 in a game, his 2nd most in a game in his career. And he did it out of the bullpen, and now he gives the ball to Eli Norris to face 9-1-2 here in the 8th. Of Newberry's batting orders, the Wolves look for insurance down the stretch of this elimination game. Wolves and Eagles here in the 8th. 5-run lead for Newberry as Norris fires in a strike to begin his 8th inning. Norris has had a fine senior season for Carson-Newman on the mound. 23 appearances, now 24, tied for the team high with Brock Culpepper, his senior teammate. As Norris misses inside, it's ball 1 rather, 1-1. ERA has spiked on Norris. He's given up 4 runs in each of his last 2 outings. ERA up to 8.5 at the end of the regular season, but he has punched out 33. 1-1 to Mims. Breaking ball away, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Chandler Mims. With nobody out to begin this 8th inning. Norris threw 1 inning against the Wolves on March 28th, gave up a run on a hit with a walk and a strikeout. 2-1 set in the pitch. His line back up the middle into center field. A base hit. Chandler Mims has his 2nd hit. The 9-hitter for the Wolves has been on base all 4 times. Single, walk, and now an 8th inning single to begin the frame for Newberry. And now Luke Compton gets his turn once again.
Center number 6, Luke Compton.
Norris sets at the belt to face the lefty Compton, and the first pitch is low for ball 1 as Compton showed bunt and did not need to bunt it because it was a low pitch. Carson-Newman has won a conference tournament game in every tournament that's been played. Last time the Eagles did not win a conference tournament game was 2015 against Wingate. The Eagles were the 8th seed, lost to 5th-seeded Wingate as Norris fires in a breaking ball that misses, and it's 2-0. That was a 17-9 loss for Carson-Newman. The Eagles have won a conference tournament game every year since. It's been 11 years since the Eagles went 0-4 at the conference tournament. 2-0 fastball is off the plate. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. The last time Carson-Newman played 2 games and failed to win a conference tournament game, 2011. Lost 4-1 to Wingate. And then 12-0 to Catawba in late April of 2011's season. 3-0. Norris fires in his strike. He's going to have to battle back against Luke Compton here in the 8th. Eagles missed out on the conference tournament in 2009. A year after making the NCAA tournament, 3-1. Fastball runs way outside, and Carson-Newman's pitching staff has issued another walk. It's the 11th walk by Carson-Newman's staff this game, and the most in a game this season, and it has put runners on at first and second base. And it feels like runs for the Wolves here in the 8th inning could potentially be the dagger into this contest. Carson-Newman's had some chances since making it a 5-run game to make it an even closer game, but has not been able to put together some timely hits and take advantage of some Nick Rydell free passes. First and second base occupied, nobody out. Jomar Lugo's the batter, and what is probably going to be a sacrifice bunt opportunity here. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls it back and takes ball 1 low. It got away from Rogers, but hit the backstop, came back to Rogers, and so the runners wisely stay put on ball 1. (7-2). The 7-seed Newberry leads the 6-seed Carson-Newman in the 8th inning. 1-0 set for Norris. He lifts and fires a breaking ball that Rogers scoops to keep in front. Lugo takes ball 2 in the turf. In that 7-run third, the Wolves scored 7 times on just 2 hits, and they drew 6 walks in the inning Took advantage of 2 Carson-Newman errors as well. They only hit the ball out of the infield one time. It was a flyout. 2-0. Fastball bunted by Lugo to Norris. He'll field it, throw to first, and it's up the line, and it hits Lugo and goes into the outfield. 1 run has scored. A second one will get stopped at third, and Lugo advances to second base. A throwing error extends Newberry's lead. It's 8-2 in the 8th. A second Carson-Newman mistake, rather third Carson-Newman error, occurs here in the 8th inning, and the Wolves add on. It's a 6-run advantage. The first sacrifice bunt attempt by either of these teams pays off for the Wolves. Now Keeler Osborne trying to add on here. And what is an 8-2 advantage? The third error by Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman's infield has no choice but to play in here. Down 6 with nobody out. Second and third occupied. Osborne swings and fouls the first one back. Strike 1. It's an unearned run that scores 4 now on that throwing error. Could change potentially. Mims score on the play while Compton moved to third and Lugo advanced to second on that throwing error. No balls in his strike. Norris comes set at the bell. And he offers a breaking ball to Osborne. He stayed away, and it's 1-1. I talked how good Carson-Newman's defense has been. It's the first 3-error game since the beginning of April. And just the 4th time this year, the Eagles have committed 3 errors or more in a game. Season high in errors and season high in walks. At the worst time, as Osborne takes strike 2. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Second and third, Eagles playing in defensively. A ground ball, and a play will come to the plate if the runner takes off from third. 1-2 set, and the pitch from Norris is a breaking ball low, and the count evens. Mistakes have piled up on Carson-Newman in this elimination game. For a program that entered the postseason on a 9-game winning streak, the longest winning streak of the year, and the longest by a SAC team entering the postseason. 2-2 from Norris. Breaking ball inside and low, and the count is full. Osborne has worked it to a 3-ball, 2-strike count here in the 8th. Newberry has just 6 hits to score 8 runs. Taking advantage of 3 errors and 11 walks. Swing and a miss. Osborne behind the fastball, and Norris has his 34th strike of the year. He gets Osborne swinging behind a fastball, and there's 1 away in the 8th for Nick Foster now. Time call. Jason White will make another visit to the mound, and the Eagles will go to the bullpen. 8-2 Newberry in the 8th inning. 2 more runners are on base for the Wolves, and the Eagles will turn to a reliever down 6. Eli Norris will exit for Carson-Newman in his 24th appearance of the year. The Eagles turning to a reliever. Down 6 in the 8th, 1 out on the board. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman will turn to another senior in this elimination game to pitch out of the bullpen. It is James Salico, 6'4" senior right-hander, is his debut season with the Eagles from Waxhaw, North Carolina. He gets the ball for the Eagles in a 6-run game with 2 on and 1 out for the Wolves, who have already added a run on a throwing error in this 8th inning. Salico has a 3.86 earned run average in 9 appearances and 9 1/3 innings this season. Salico has been really good over the last 6 outings, which have come in the final month of this season. He's not allowed a run since March 10th, and his last 8 1/3 innings of work have all been scoreless innings from Carson-Newman with 6 strikeouts. He has been fantastic for the Eagles down the stretch of this season for a team that has been riddled by injuries. And so Salico takes over with 2 on and 1 out. And the first pitch he throws to Nick Foster is inside for a ball. Infield stays in for Carson-Newman. No choice here but to play in. Can't give up any more runs on a ball hit in the infield. Salico comes set. A 1-0 pause, and now he pitches. The righty offers an inside pitch that misses. It's 2-0. Two ball, no strike count. Salico facing his first batter out of the bullpen. He is Carson-Newman's 5th reliever, 6th pitcher of the day. 2-0 set in an 8-2 game. Fastball inside, ball 3. Three of Carson-Newman's relievers out of the bullpen have only been able to get 1 out. First base is open. Foster might be a pitch away from being there. 3-0 set. Salico offers, and Foster swings and pounces it sharply foul. Three balls and a strike. Salico in for Carson-Newman. Foster, the batter, the cleanup hitter, waits on a 3-1 and takes it low and away. Ball 4. Got away from Rogers, but Mims, or rather Compton, puts on the brakes and will stay put at third base. Don't want to run into an out, so he stays put. And the bases are loaded for Newberry in the 8th inning for the first time since inning number 3, or rather since inning 4. They have loaded them up. Force out everywhere, and a double play ball can end this 8th inning, but it's the 5-hitter, Logan Busenliner. First pitch, elevated fastball from James Salico, and it's 1-0. Runners at second and third, responsible to Norris's line. Salico in charge, or responsible for the runner at first. Bases loaded, 1 across for Newberry in the 8th, trying to add more, up 6. Busenliner takes low, it's ball 2. I think for the Wolves here as well, if they don't have to use any relievers or even some of their high leverage guys before tomorrow's games, that would be big for them to try to make a journey through the losers bracket to continue its season. 2-0, Busenliner behind a breaking ball, and Salico has his first strike to the 5-hitter. Carson-Newman can rally. The Eagles are going to have to figure out what they'll do with their rotation in pen to navigate the losers bracket, but the main concern is trying to rally from down 6. Busenliner takes a second strike from Salico, and it's 2-2. Ryan Higgins did all he could. 4 scoreless out of the Eagles' bullpen. The offense has been quiet once again against facing another all-sack pitcher. 2-2 from Salico. Swinging a foul ball behind first. Good swing by Busenliner to stay alive. Here in a bases-loaded situation for a Newberry team that Lost 2 of the 3 games to Carson-Newman back in late March. That's why the Wolves were the 7th seed. They lost the series to the Eagles to lose the tiebreaker. 2-2. Called strike 3. James Salico fires in a fastball to get called strike 3. Busen liner down looking. He struck out 3 times, and there's 2 away in the 8th. Again, a little victory here for Carson-Newman would be getting out of this 8th inning with just that 1 run across for all of the pressure that's been applied by Newberry here in the 8th. Salico sets first one home, grounded sharply down the line at third. It is a foul ball. Gibson was well behind third, so he was going to try to launch to first. But it was a foul ball behind and left of the third base bag for strike 1. Time called here, and the first base umpire is the one that called for time, and he is looking down at a sheet that came out of his back pocket. He's having a conversation with somebody from the first base dugout, uncertain of what that was about. And now McLaughlin can stand back in. He is 1 for 2 officially, 2 walks drawn and a double, all the way back in the 2nd inning. Salico comes set the 0-1. Called strike 2. Good breaking ball across the plate, and Salico's a pitch away from limiting this 8th inning damage done by the Wolves. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded for Newberry in the 8th. They're up 6. 0-2, Salico, breaking ball, fouled off. Bounced it to the on-deck circle where Rogers, the Eagles catcher, tracks it down. It's been a great sack tournament so far for Finn McLaughlin. 2 home run game yesterday. Another extra base hit in this game. An extra base hit here might clear the bases. 0-2 set, Salico offers, breaking ball, high. Also a little outside as well, and it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Ground ball sharply foul. McLaughlin continues to battle with James Salico. Salico has been great for Carson-Newman, a reliable arm late in this conference season. They've turned to him here in a 6-run game to try to limit this 8th inning damage. 1-2 set, another one home, and McLaughlin swings and misses. Salico has back-to-back strikeouts out of the bullpen, and Newberry scores just 1 time in the 8th inning. A run on a hit with an error as well. The Wolves strand the bases loaded for the 2nd time tonight. It is 8-2. Carson-Newman rallied from a pair of 6-run deficits last weekend. The Eagles are going to try to do it again, but this time they're down to their final 6 outs. It's an 8-2 game as we head to the home half of inning 8 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Nick Rydell goes back out for the Wolves for an 8th inning. On the mound, the sack freshman of the year continuing to grind it out for Jay Snyder's club that leads Carson-Newman 8-2 after 7.5 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers, glad you've been with us all tournament long. Yesterday, Carson-Newman lost a pitcher's duel 3-1. Brought the go-ahead run to the plate in the ninth. Tying runners in scoring position. Could not get that late hit to tie the game. Here tonight, they're going to try to do something they did twice last weekend, and that's rally from a 6-run deficit. They rallied from down 6 in 2 different games against UVA-wise, down 7-1 in the 7th and 8-2 in the 6th. To end up winning as Nathan hits one sharply to third. Nice backhand play by Foster. High throw, but Osbin gobbles it up at first. And Nathan robbed of a base hit, hit it right to Foster at third, who makes the play, and there's 1 out in the 8th. Eagles down to their final 5 outs of 2026 now. Certainly a year of comeback victories from Carson-Newman is running out of steam. They had so many throughout the regular season, a team that was comfortable with playing from behind. Smith takes high ball 1 to begin this 8th inning at bat with 1 out. The Eagles have compiled 11 comeback victories this season. Half of them by 5 runs or more. Their most impressive one would be tonight if they can rally from down 6 in the 8th. 2-0. Smith takes high and inside. It's ball 3. Nick Rydell has now thrown 121 pitches. He went 7 1/3 against the Eagles back on March 28th. And he has matched that output and been a little better so far. 3-0 to Braxton Smith is a strike. Smith had stepped out of the box and thought he had ball 4. Rydell has worked around a season-high 5 walks as well. He's matched his season high. And he'd reset his season high and career high in walks if he walks Smith. And the 3-1 home is high and inside, and there is a new season high in walks. That's number 6. And it comes with 1 out in the 8th inning. Rydell has walked a batter now in consecutive innings. He walked 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 4th, and now 1 here in the 8th. Now faces Jacob Rogers, the Eagles' 7-hitter, with a base hit in the game, and he swings in front of a breaking ball for strike 1. Rogers with a 4th inning single, hit one hard to deep center in the 3rd before striking out in the 6th inning. 0-1. Rogers takes low for ball 1. Can you wonder how much Rydell has left in the tank? Again, he's been a warrior out there on the mound. Several starts this year with more than 100 pitches as he checks at Smith at first. There is a right-handed pitcher loosening for Newberry, and wonder if too much traffic gets out there on the bases. That's when Jay Snyder will pull his freshman of the year. 1-1. Rogers, line drive down the third base line. It's a fair ball, and it rolls into the corner. Rounding second and moving to third is Braxton Smith. He gets the stop sign there. Rogers pulls into second base with a 1-out double, and the Eagles have 8th inning life. How about the rip by Jacob Rogers down the third base line? His 3rd multi-hit game in his last 6. He continues to be great behind the plate and also swinging the bat. He credits Tom Griffin, the head coach of the Eagles, for his development of Rogers' ability at the plate. 4 career multi-hit days for Rogers. He's the first Eagle with multiple hits. That's Carson-Newman's 5th hit of the game, and now it's the 8-hitter Ryan Bolton who takes high and inside, ball 1. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Smith at 3rd, Rogers at 2nd base. Rydell has gone into his windup here with 2 on and 1 out. Bolton takes breaking ball for a strike as Busenliner dropped the ball. 128 pitches from Nick Rydell. He started his day, it was 60 degrees. It's down to 53 by the time he gets ready for pitch 130. 1-1 to Bolton. Bolton thought about the breaking ball, stayed away, and it's strike 2. 2 on. And now 2 strikes on Ryan Bolton here in the 8th. The pitch home is popped up in the infield. Rydell called off by Osbin, who makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Two on and 2 out now for Aiden Gibson. Carson-Newman has brought multiple runners, has gotten multiple runners on base. And now 4 of the last 5 innings to the plate, but they have not been able to strike except for that bases loaded hit by Bolton. And they're in danger of stranding 2 more runners unless Gibson can continue or score those runners in scoring position. The first pitch he sees is fouled back at strike 1. 131 pitches from Nick Rydell and 81 strikes. Oh, 1 wide, and the pitch to Gibson. A fastball away, evens the count. Carson-Newman down by 6 in the 8th. More runners on base. 1-1. Foul ball back, and it's strike 2. Right now, a pitch away from another scoreless inning would be his 5th straight, or rather 4th straight. Facing Aiden Gibson for the 4th time. Gibson singled in the 3rd, popped out in the 4th, and then drew a walk in the last half inning at the plate. 1-2. Breaking ball away, and Buse and Liner blocked it well to keep Smith at 3rd. Coming up on 3 hours of this elimination game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Gibson takes slow ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Logan Floyd at the top of the order is next. Rydell winds, and the pitch is outside, ball 4. The inning continues for Carson-Newman, and the bases are loaded for Logan Floyd. Time called by Newberry, and their pitching coach will walk out there for a 2nd time, and the day is over for Nick Rydell. The conference's freshman of the year is going to be pulled here in the 8th. He's loaded the bases. And Logan Floyd at the top of the Eagles order will face a reliever when we come back. 7 2/3 from the conference's freshman of the year and 136 pitches. He strikes out 7. A well-deserved round of applause by the Newberry Crown, and his teammates screen him out of the dugout as well. More on the Newberry reliever with the bases loaded in a 6-run game in the 8th. Wolves in front of Carson-Newman on the Eagles Sports Network.
Favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Newberry goes to the bullpen for the first time, and they do it with 2 outs in the 8th inning of a 6-run game here on the Eagles Sports Network. Newberry's reliever is Mason Brady for the 8th time this year. He will pitch in a game for the Wolves. 12 innings of work for the redshirt sophomore out of Hanahan, South Carolina, and Hanahan High School. Did not pitch until March 10th and this season has 4 scoreless outings over his 7 appearances. He inherits a bases-loaded situation with 2 outs on the board in an 8-2 game here on the Eagles Sports Network. Mason Brady pitched 3 scoreless innings and got the victory in that series finale back in March against Carson-Newman. He'll face Logan Floyd with 2 outs and the bases loaded. The best hitter for Carson-Newman in the all-conference second-teamer is the guy the Eagles have up with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 8th. First pitch called strike. Oh, 1. Floyd late on the breaking ball, fouls it off, and it's strike 2. Floyd, this season, the bases loaded, just 1 for 6. Few at-bats for Floyd this year in situations like this. 0-2 set for Brady. Floyd, line drive out toward right center field. Knuckles after it. He sprints and catches the fly ball, and the inning's over. Logan Floyd is 0 for 5 with 4 flyouts for Carson-Newman. He's just been under a few pitches. And that is how the 8th inning ends. Carson-Newman leaves the bases loaded. The Eagles have stranded 11 runners through 8 innings and trail 8-2. We head to the 9th in this elimination game on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman is bringing in a senior reliever to pitch the 9th inning. Braxton Roberts, redshirt senior out of Sweetwater, Tennessee, will pitch for the 9th time this year and for the 24th time in his Carson-Newman career. The Eagles will also bring in a couple of defensive replacements in this 9th inning as well. Sean Strittmatter is into the game to play third base for Aiden Gibson, and Kylan Hornbuckle has taken Ryan Bolton's place out in left field. And so the careers potentially of Ryan Bolton and Aiden Gibson could be over if Carson-Newman does not rally from down 6 in the 9th inning. It's 8-2 Newberry, and Braxton Roberts will pitch for Carson-Newman in the 9th inning. Kevin Hammond is also into the game for Carson-Newman defensively as this 9th inning is about ready to begin. Here on the Eagles Sports Network, Braxton Roberts, the new arm for Carson-Newman to pitch the 9th, trying to keep this a 6-run game. Roberts, the 6th reliever from Carson-Newman and the 7th pitcher of the day. Roberts against 7-8-9. First pitch is lined sharp way to by Bryson Knuckles to Cole Nathan, and he steps to his left to throw out Bryson Knuckles, and there's one away in the 9th inning. Good job by Nathan ranging to his left to make the play. And Roberts has an out in what could be his final appearance on the mound in the orange and blue. 8 hitters Cooper Raines. He came in and struck out in the 7th inning. First pitch, fastball from Roberts is a strike. Ten runs total, 11 hits total between the two teams, who have committed combined 4 errors as well. 0-1 to Raines is low ball 1. The Eagles have produced consecutive 30-win seasons for the first time in 2 decades. High fastball shifts the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. But in the postseason, the Eagles' offense has not been the same. And they've faced 2 all-conference pitchers here in the tournament and have not been able to strike, as Roberts gets a breaking ball hit right back to him. He'll flip to first, and there's 2 outs in the inning. 2 up, 2 down for B-Rob here in the 9th inning, and he'll face Chandler Mims, the 9-hitter, with 2 away. And the Eagles are going to go to the bullpen here, maybe bring in another senior as well. Newman's crowd sensing this situation. Braxton Roberts hugs Kevin Hammond. A hug for the pitching coach Jason White and his infield teammates as well. He knows this will be the final outing potentially, and Roberts will leave the mound for the final time in his career, and he'll give the ball to a fellow senior, I would presume, McCain Mangum. Another senior for the Eagles. I believe that is him coming out of the Eagles bullpen. With 2 outs in this 9th inning, it is going to be McCain Mangum for Carson-Newman for the 16th time this season. We'll keep it here on the Eagles Sports Network with 2 outs on the board in this 9th inning, but this program has achieved consecutive 30-win years for the first time in 2 decades, just the 6th time in the program's Division II era that has been accomplished. As Roberts officially leaves the mound and will go be greeted by his teammates in front of the third base dugout. But 30 wins is no joke in the Southeast region. Roberts hugging with each one of his teammates in an 8-2 game here on the Eagles Sports Network. 30 wins, no joke, in a loaded Southeast region. And Carson-Newman's in this 4-team pod with a Newberry team that if they close this game out, it'll be a 28-win Newberry team. They won 27 times in the regular season. And then you've got ranked LR, you've got regionally ranked Wingate here as well, both 35-plus win teams as well. Eagles knew it was going to be a tough weekend here at Wingate. That has certainly been the case because Carson-Newman has run up against having to face 2 all-conference pitchers here this weekend. 2 away in the 9th. McCain Mangum will try to get the final out in what could be his final outing of his Carson-Newman career. 6'1" senior righty from Ringgold, Georgia, LaGrange College transfer. 15 appearances, 15 innings, a 6.6 ERA with 8 strikeouts. His first and potentially last playing season and pitching season for Carson-Newman. There's a chance that he has an eligibility season left, but obviously no guarantee that he'll take that as well. First pitch strike to Chandler Mims. 3 straight scoreless outings, and 5 of Mangum's last 6 have been scoreless outings as well. His 0-1 set of the pitch home is a breaking ball for strike 2 to Mims, and it's 0-2 quickly. Carson-Newman will bring 2, 3, and 4 to the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning. There's 2 strikes on Mims. The 0-2 from Mangum's fouled back. Carson-Newman ended the regular season with the best way you could, truly. Obviously, you want to win every game, and you want to do it by dominating the opponent. The Eagles had to rally twice to win the final few games of the regular season, and there's strikeout Number 9 in the season of McCain Mangum, and if that's his final career out, what a way to go out for the senior right-hander. He strikes out Mims. That's the first time the 9-hitter for the Wolves has been retired. 3 up, 3 down. Carson-Newman's 9th inning pitchers, all seniors, record 1, 2, 3 frames, or send the order down in order from Newberry to pitch that scoreless frame. And they do it by going down 1, 2, 3. Eagles need 6 down to their final 3 outs of the 2026 season here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, it's the bottom of the 9th inning. Colton Evans, Bradley Soto Diaz, Sebastian Rodriguez are Carson-Newman's scheduled hitters in this final frame on the Eagles Sports Network. 8 runs for Newberry on 6 hits with just 1 error. Carson-Newman has just 2 runs on 5 hits and has committed 3 errors, tying its season high in errors and pitching a season high 12 walks as well. Those 2 numbers have cost Carson-Newman in this game. All right, let's see if a 9th inning rally is in the store or is in the cards as Colton Evans begins the frame by taking a breaking ball from Mason Brady for called strike 1. Evans trying to kickstart a 9th inning rally for the Eagles. They've rallied from 2 3-run deficits in 9th innings as Evans swings behind a fastball. This one's double that. It's a 6-run deficit in the 9th, down 8-2, having trailed by 7 or more, or having trailed by 5 or more since the 7-run third. Evans stands back in after swinging and missing at an 0-1, and now the 0-2 from Brady as a breaking ball line back up the middle for a base hit. If that's Colton Evans' last at-bat, what a way for him to go out. He line drives a single into center field, and Carson-Newman has a base runner to begin this 9th inning. And now Bradley Soto Diaz gets his first turn of the 9th inning, another senior for the Eagles, who honored 13 on Senior Day. Never going to count out this 2026 club until the final outs are recorded in this game, just because they've done the improbable quite often. Soto Diaz will step out. His time was called at the plate. Soto Diaz has been a great addition to Carson-Newman's lineup this season. He's been thrust into a middle order spot all year, 5th, 4th, and now 3rd for the back end of the year. And he has ran with that opportunity and has had a fantastic season, hitting above 360 for all of the season basically. Has been the second best hitter on the club with near 40 RBI. He swings and fouls the first breaking ball back for strike 1. Senior transferred in from William Penn, where he broke that program's home run record in a season. Spent time at a community college the 2 years prior to that. 0-1. Ground ball foul, strike 2. Brady's worked ahead 0-2 on the first 2 hitters of the 9th inning. And then for the Eagles this season, he's been an on-base machine. He hit safely in 15 straight games early in the year, and he's been on base safely in 19 straight, potentially his final games in an Eagles uniform. 0-2, runner takes off. Soto Diaz swings and misses. Had a fastball from Brady. It was bobbled by Busenliner, but it was on the exchange as he faked a throw down to second base. There's one out now in the ninth inning as Soto Diaz strikes out for the third time in the game. And now Trace Alexander, another senior, will pinch hit for Carson-Newman, getting an opportunity in what might be the final moments of the 2026 campaign. Alexander, 4 hits and 10 at-bats. He had consecutive pinch hit singles in the final 2 home games of Carson-Newman's season. Alexander takes a strike. Alexander, all of his at-bats this year in pinch-hitting opportunities. He has 4 hits, the second most hits from a pinch hitter this year. Nothing in 1 set. The pitch from Brady is a breaking ball across the plate for called strike 2. He's worked ahead, nothing in 2 on the first 2 batters. Or the first now 3 batters of this ninth inning. Cole Nathan will be next for Carson-Newman with 1 away in this final frame. Alexander waiting on an 0-2 pitch. Brady fires it in, and Alexander swings behind a fastball. And the Eagles are down to their final out of 2026, needing 6 runs. Cole Nathan represents last life.
Second base number 6, Cole Nathan.
Cole Nathan has been on base twice, reached by a throwing error through a walk. Grounded out and popped down as well. For an Eagles offense that has been held to just 6 hits in consecutive games here this postseason. High inside fastball makes it 1-0. First ball thrown by Brady in this ninth inning. The Eagles don't get any more hits. It'll be the fewest hits in consecutive games all season. 1-0 set by Brady, and he pitches to Cole Nathan, an inside breaking ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Wolves are a couple of pitches and an out away from a victory for the 28th time and a postseason win over Carson-Newman. We'll move them into the next stage of the losers bracket to face 21st ranked Lenore-Rhine tomorrow at noon here at Ron Christopher Stadium. Two balls, no strikes as Brady sets at the belt. And he pitches to Cole Nathan, a fastball that he swings behind for strike 1. Newberry has won the last 3 conference tournament matchups against the Eagles. Last win for Carson-Newman was in 2017. Wolves are 2 pitches away from a 4th straight conference tournament victory over Carson-Newman. And a swing and a miss by Nathan. He's behind a breaking ball. And the Eagles now are down to their final strike in 2026. It's an 8-2 game in the ninth. Evans at second base. Game that Carson-Newman's never led in. The Eagles have not led at the conference tournament this weekend in 2 games. 2-2 for Mason Brady. Nathan chases at a breaking ball, and Carson-Newman's 2026 season comes to a close. The Eagles score just twice on 6 hits and 3 errors. They match their season high in errors, and they reset a season high for walks in a game as the Eagles suffer an 8-2 loss. They go 0-2 at the conference tournament and will finish the 2026 season 31-19. An impressive season again, though, for Carson-Newman baseball. They ended the regular season with 9 straight wins, and they became and they helped Carson-Newman, the program, get their 6th different occasion with multiple 30-win years in a row. This program had to face adversity throughout a lot of this season, but ran up against some quality pitching in the conference tournament. And the Eagles bow out in the losers bracket, losing 8-2 in the losers bracket in the second game of the weekend for Carson-Newman baseball. Final score here at Ron Christopher Stadium, it is Newberry 8, Carson-Newman 2. Andrew Rogers, glad you've decided to join us throughout the entire season following along with Carson-Newman baseball. Glad you've been with us all season long as the Eagles have competed on the diamond this season. The Eagles finished the season 31-19 overall. A 50-game season ends with 31 victories for Carson-Newman baseball. Final score, 8-2 from Ron Christopher Stadium. Eagles end the season here in the conference tournament, going 0-2 with losses to Lenore-Rhine and Newberry. Thanks so much for listening throughout the entire season here on the Eagles Sports Network, and we'll talk to you next year.